sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sing. Me and you, girl, you and me. Drop it to the floor and let me see your energy. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Dreaming of being a big star.
And ladies and gentlemen, the time has hit 0 and the song is now done. Sorry for the delay there, ladies and gentlemen. But it's time for some fun. Jess, you noticed the weird message. Oh, it's just a random function. When you assign a dumb bucket, it means who was an idiot. Either who was idiotic for a foolish reason or just because. Anyway, let me just get things loaded up. Okay. I think we're good. Just one quick check. 1, 2, 3, boosh! 1, 2, 3, boosh! Yep, looks all good. Oh. Oh, sorry. Yes, I got Sonic shit. Alright. I think we're good. Hang on. Where is it? I think I just had somebody at my door. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, with the timer at 0, we're going to get things started off with tonight. So, what is up, guys? It's Brownie, the Door Charge Gamers, charging with joy with tonight's episode of The Shiny Hunting Extraordinaire. Oh, here we go. This is going to be fun all over again. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we managed to get a good little start with no luck, unfortunately, because look! 111! We went through 111 and still nothing! But we're hopefully going to get things started and enjoying it. So, if you guys are ready for tonight's stream, just a small heads up if you're new to our stream. If you are wanting a nice little incentive, please feel free to send us a donation, because if you send a donation with a name for a shiny Larvesta to have, you will be entered into the draw, and you may be the name of that Larvesta. But speaking of name, we should probably bring in the rest of the team, who are probably sitting patiently. I see them on the call. I see you 6. Which is going to be fun. So all I say is we just need some help from the Super Sonic. Alright. Let's see. Just get one last thing quickly set up. I'm gonna get my... Oh! 1 second, guys. I will actually be right back. Something's just arrived. One more! Gal. Brownie is back with a drink. What's cool? What do you think? There we go. Right. Okay, let's try this again. That literally was perfect timing. Marasmus! Marasmus has come. Alright. Alright. Damn you, Marasmus, get back to Canada! Speaking of, we should get our team in.
Oh,
It's the Brownie!
What did I join in on? I joined in literally on a Clora going...
Hi, Kiss!
So,
hey, big bro.
so
Oh my
just before we get to this, let's get the most important thing. What the fuck? Cloro, since you made the weird noise, explain while I take a drink.
I was kind of bored.
I think you would be cute.
Cute! This is a serious man stream. We have no time for cute little factor. We are pure men. We believe in hardcore,
Brownie.
gore,
You
and
do realize,
Brownie. Brownie, look, a total dial.
and you do realize I'm a girl, not a man.
Could have told me! Ah! Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't be manly.
First of
Hello?
all, to
Hello?
answer the question, hello there. Also to Blade's question, yes, I have shakes. For those who remember my live streams, I have shakes. Ooh. And Hannah with a deluxe charge. Thank you for the 2 months.
Holy!
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, we have our team here who are, well, do we call them guests or victims? You decide.
I was taken hostage.
Don't worry, Crimson. I'll release one shackle after 2 hours.
I'm not in shackled. I'm literally trapped in the
how about
castle.
Don't worry.
How about lab rats?
But if
What?
What?
You're little.
You
Never
know what?
mind.
I know what you meant. I'll just drink my Ferrero Rocher milkshake. Anyway, joining us tonight we have Dogo.
Good evening and beyond the new, ladies and gentlemen.
We have Crimson.
I am trapped in the children's card game. Release me.
Okay. I activate the spell card Mystical Space Typhoon.
That's the card. Bastard.
I know what I said. We're also joined by Chlorophyte.
Hello, everyone.
We're joined by Alex.
Hello, I returned, people.
We have Hannah.
Hello, everyone.
Montana.
Hey, that's my birthday back in elementary. Come on.
I have to.
Also by Thean.
What the hell?
Okay, first of all, too much hype. Second of all, what the hell?
You said getting disconnected from my first server and I was trapped underwater.
Oh.
I think he was put through the spin cycle.
Probably.
That's where he was for the next 10,000 years.
10,000 years will get you such a kick in the neck. And last but not least, we're joined by the master of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, Maverick.
I summon Dark Necrofear.
Wait, no, Bakura. Oh no.
Uno reverse.
You triggered my trap card. Uno reverse.
Oddly enough, one of my favorite characters is Bakura.
Oh, who doesn't love Bakura?
Oh, Kaiba's feeling a little
I don't
buttered.
even know who the
Should we
Who activated my Alucard?
Oh, God. And I love the fact that we had a Yu-Gi-Oh reference there. Nobody calls a Wambulance. Hello, Wambulance. My brother's butt's hurt. Bokuma, put down that phone. But Seto, your butt. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin the lovable Hunty stream of fun. So,
Part 2.
yeah, part 2. We're currently on 111. I have 5 eggs ready to go. Corruption's in the party.
Ag.
Wait, so you're gonna make omelet now?
No, not omelet. Wait, Crimson, do you even have any idea what you're doing here?
Again, I've been held hostage.
Okay, let me Okay, long story short, we're trying a method in the game that is known as, I forgot the full proper name.
Masuda.
Thank you.
Masuda method.
The Masuda
You're
method.
welcome.
Where you get a foreign Ditto, breed it with your Pokemon, and you have a very, very high chance of getting a shiny Pokemon from an egg. Well, I say very high. It knocks it from about 1 in 4,000 plus to about 1 in 500.
Oof.
I don't know anything about this
those are
Pokemon.
better chances, right?
Yeah.
Some do.
Alright, so...
Don't eat them.
Alright, I got my bike. I got my break. I shall go and hatch things. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we get things started in there, how's everybody doing for our first topic?
I'm doing
My
great.
brain hurts.
I'm doing good, but I probably won't stick around very long because I'm doing a YouTube episode with my friend.
Oh.
I'm
What?
under that.
Truth be told, my sanity hurts right now.
My brain hurts. I would like to trade.
My lungs hurt.
All I feel is pain.
So my sanity hurts.
In my skin!
Okay,
They say the best way to fix lungs is more laughter. I go get
my
my
sa-
You know what they say, in the end, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah, well, yeah, they also tell... The person who said that also said to never give up the fight.
But he
So,
certainly did.
that's a purple.
No, nobody got that reference. Honestly, I'm upset at all. I'm upset at you, especially in Alex and Hannah.
I do get the I do know what that means.
Okay, then what was I?
Wait,
what
what?
was I going for? So somebody said it doesn't matter, and then I said he was the same
Now
person.
it happened. I will never give up the fight.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh no!
Okay,
Wait, I get
but
it. I get
I
it.
don't know my...
Yeah, it's Sonic Spin from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was actually joking with you, big bro.
I love how I get joked around. I thought I was the Joker.
I thought you're a joke.
Wait, Brian's Joker? Why is he not wearing
No. We've all been mistaken. He's Batman.
Okay, I didn't hear joke, I heard choke.
No,
There's been choked.
Nah.
no, Chris is Joker. I'm Harley Quinn.
Del
More than siblings.
Wait, which Harley Quinn? The one that gets with Poison Ivy or the one that stays with Joker?
Oh, by the way, we go for Joker from Batman. What about the one from Persona 5?
God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that one. Oh yeah, that one.
Wait, Brian has Arsene?
Wait,
I
hold
am
on.
thou art I.
I am
From
down.
the
Thou
sea
art.
of thy soul I come.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
So
Wait, when did my
So, Chris.
persona turn into Jack Atlas? I came.
Yes, I.
What?
my
There's something
God.
I need to tell you. What is it?
What is it?
What do you say?
I came.
What?
I came. What? To this city.
What?
Ow!
Oh,
To give you a message. Card games on motorcycles.
card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Hey, Crow, did you know that? Card games on motorcycles.
No, that sounds stupid. Hey, Crow, let's have a normal card game standing up on the ground.
Why is this? What is this nightmare?
So Chris.
Yes.
So the reason why my sanity hurts right now is that earlier today I've been trying and failing to beat Giovanni in Pokemon Go.
Oh.
Why does that sound familiar? Oh wait, now I remember.
Giovanni, the
He's a
leader
vampire.
of Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Pokemon Go, he is an absolute monster this time.
I thought you were gonna say absolute mad lad.
No, I don't know anything. I don't know
admit-
anything about Pokemon. I basically the name I heard from Giovanni was from the Might and Magic universe.
Speaking of, by the way,
Phoenix?
can I say something about Giovanni? Because
Giovanni.
I actually took him on yesterday, and it took me 2 tries to take him out.
Mamma mia, it's a Giovanni.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
So,
Here
we go.
And
go ahead.
pretty much the Pokemon I got for fighting him this time is the Pokemon that we can give the nickname Northwind.
Sweet Coon.
Yep, I got Suicune yesterday because I managed to defeat him.
Congratulations, Alex.
Yes, we should first. The good person has to beat his Pertinent, his Trio to get through his Suicune, and get dreaded beast.
Yeah, so to explain to those who have no idea what's going on, I'm looking at you, Crimson, because you don't know a Pokemans.
What?
I'm sorry. With real stuff. Warhammer.
It's all right. Calm down. Here, have a cookie.
Massive genocide.
Now. Alright, but yeah, to explain to those who don't know, in Pokemon Go, they added in Team Rocket a couple of, almost like nearly a year ago. And to make up for the fact that Level 40 said they were having a very easy time, they upped them. Meaning that they are some of the strongest challenges in the game, and they also brought in... Well, here's the thing, though. They are dumb. The grunts are dumb because they don't use their shields in battle to protect from hits. In other words, you use a charge attack, you will bash the living heck out of them, and they're like, oh, how do I dodge this? Oh, God!
Oh! Baby! I had a strong Pokemon and everything!
Yep.
Also to answer Blade's question in the chat, yes, it did, because if you find the balloon...
Right, the balloons!
Like Meowth, if you find a balloon trait like Meowth, that's where you can actually fight both Jesse and James. I love the fact that before you fight them, they actually quote that you say they're live from the anime. I love it.
They have the voice actors. Is it the same with voice actors and everything, or is it just?
Well, in Pokemon Go, it's just the text. But here's the thing, though. So, for those who know Pokemon Masters, they bring in voice actors to do the roles. Not their traditional ones, but they get some pretty good ones. I mean, they get Christina V, the voice of Shantae, as the voice of Phoebe of the Elite Four, which is quite nice.
Really?
Yeah, Phoebe. Yeah, the voice actress. Voice actress of Shantae, Christina V, aka, just in case you are not familiar with the Shantae, going through other ones, Miraculous Ladybug.
Just say Chrissy.
I wonder how it would be funny if they hired Jack Black to voice act again.
But Chris, when you named that FGD hero, you caught my attention.
Yeah, who doesn't with Shantae being fan service and appreciated? But anyways, but what I was getting at is in the Masters game, they have not given Jessie a voice. She has text boxes, but there is no grunts, no line speaks, no nothing. Not even for James or even Meowth.
That kind of stinks, to be honest. I would say
triggered.
It sounds like a newt.
Newt!
A newt.
Okay, hello, penguin.
Okay, I just want to say that just reminds me of the fantastic did you know fact about the Mega Man Battle Network voice actors, where Ed is bass and we're like, Ed don't that Mega Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that lovable fact, and the lot on your faces was, oh my god.
Oh my god!
I knew there would be someone like I knew there would be someone that sounded just like freaking Numberman, because it's undeniable. You can just hear it.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'll go make dinner. See you guys. Hope you enjoy your cooking, man.
Alright, see you, Crimson.
Okay. Bye.
Alright,
Well, that went well.
Who invited that kid? I suddenly go into the Toy Story reference.
Where am I again?
Who are you? Who am I? Hey, what's going on?
I'm Jack Mack.
Where are we?
Huh. You know, when I think about forgetfulness, I realize there's one thing about the move deleter that's quite awkward. Hey, Slowbro, you go to the move deleter, take your Slowbro there. Slowbro forgot amnesia.
We're gonna move the let's make you forget.
Where am I? What's going on here? What am I doing? What's this thing on my tail? Why are you firing fire at me? Oh, I'm dead.
Wait, why would fire work on a Slowbro? Isn't he a water type?
Okay, well, he's psychic and water in normal. In the Galarian form, he is psychic and poison.
Oh.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Slowpoke? What does it look like?
Let's put it this way. Normal Slowpoke is the same, but it has... Actually, you know what? Better idea. I can show the Pokédex. very quickly.
Yeah, that'd probably be a best idea.
Ironically enough, the Slowpoke is actually Pokemon number 1 in the Pokédex. So
What?
Really?
Yeah, in the DLC deck. So here is Galarian Slowpoke, who looks like he had a bad situation with mustard. Hey, that makes funny now.
I wanted a hot dog, but I got mustard all over my
Wait a
face.
bit. Is the Galarian Slowbro slower or have a worse connection than Galarian Slowpoke?
Maybe. I've never actually used it, but I will say this though. Here is Galarian Slowbro. Wait,
Yeah, I remember. That thing caused me so much trouble.
And
Yep,
I was like, just
Galarian
not. I
Slowpoke's
just
got a good
noticed
connection.
wait, hold on. Alex first.
I just noticed about the fact that they tell during in Slowpoke's like the Galarian Slowpoke's Pokédex description, it says that because he ate a lot of seed, his tail got spicy. I never first time about the fact that you can eat Slowpoke tails.
Yeah, apparently since Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any reference?
Yeah, so that's quite nice. However, there is something that a few people have not actually figured out, by the way, to a few people. If you looked at the trailer for the DLC, for the new one, there's a Galarian Slowking as well.
What?
Yeah, there
The
is.
DLC is
There
given us
is.
a king. Because if you look at the shaded picture of it, it actually looks like there's a shell on its head, but it's bled out most of it.
Yep.
But
I
do you
did
get
not
it the same
know
way as
that.
you get a regular Slowking, or do you have it?
Oh no,
have
you
to
can
it
still
thrown
get it.
another
Yeah.
way?
So in this game, you get all these ones. However, there in the DLC version, there is a way to get a normal Slowpoke, but if you're going,
if
you're going through the full Pokédex, you need it to get the Slowking, as it's the only way to get it. If you don't have that, then either you'd have to wait for this DLC if this Slowking is 100% legit, or whether I'm mistaken, but I'm 100%.
He's joking.
I'm fine, it's not my fault, it's this Ferrero Rocher milkshake, it's so good!
Don't be chugging it down.
Hannah, no, not now, I'm having a milkshake!
Oh my god.
Yeah, take happy dance.
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Sorry, I'll be honest. I looked at Kadikarus playing Bugs Bunny Lost in Time, and I just remember the bugs getting hurt noise when he goes, "Hey!" Oh yeah, on a side note, I apologize on this one, but I'm going to showcase this. I have a very, very special surprise to show some people.
Huh?
Oh!
Can I interest you in a Max IV Zacian, a Zamazenta, and a Thanatos?
Wait, how?
Give me the Zacian. Give me the Zacian.
No.
How?
Give me the second!
Oak Slab, bitch!
Wow.
Wait. Hey, Brownie, for those who don't know what Oak Slab is, mind explaining?
Good idea! I'm not sponsored by them, for the record. So
Good idea.
So thank you. So Oak Slab is a very special Twitch channel where if you go onto there and you give them details of a Pokemon you want. So, for example, say if you wanted to get a maxed out Cinderace, for example. You know, it's like, I want to use a Cinderace that's worthy of competitive play. Okay, what moves do you want it? So, you go to the Poke Showdown website, fill in a Pokemon as if you were putting it in a team on there, and then you go to the chat of Oak Slab, you type that in. Who's typing? Who's going?
I'm typing in a different place, not here.
Somebody likes Oak Slab, apparently.
Oh no, I'm gonna get people going gee at me.
For that subtleness, B.
Not the bees!
Anyway.
Not the bees!
Not the biz! Not the biz!
So then what happens is after you do the chat, you then send a whisper to the bot who's in charge of the whole thing. Then you will get a estimated time of trade. What then happens is, well, basically you send him an 8-digit code. He will then only trade when it gets to your turn on the list, and then you can trade anything for the Pokemon you have inputted. So, say for example,
Goodbye, Magikarp.
Yeah, you can trade a Magikarp and you get anything back for it. And the best part about it is they do the trade and then they automatically disconnect the trade once it is fully done, meaning that there's no chance of you breaking the system. It is very clever, and a lot of people have been using it to get like competitive style Pokemon or raid ready Pokemon or stuff like that. So in my opinion, I'll admit I'm not tempted to use them in competitive play. But
it's nice to have for your collection, like General Grievous collecting lightsabers.
Exactly.
A fine addition to my collection.
And also there's a reason why I got the maxed out ones of Zashi and Zamazenta and Urtanatus. So that way, when Gen 8 comes out, I don't have to worry about breeding the heck out of them.
Wait, when Gen 8 comes out...
No,
but it isn't Gen 8 already out?
Duh! Hello, I am Dorp! Hold on.
This is Dumbucket.
No, I'm not Dumbucket. I'm just heavily influenced by Milkshake.
Body's controlled by the milkshake.
Chris is drunk on milkshake.
In fact,
also I have a question. What do you mean by breeding legendary Pokemon?
I know what I said. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't waste my time going back to the previous games to constantly reset. I didn't get my right nature.
Oh.
I know what I meant.
Or did you?
He did.
What am I doing here?
Oh no.
Wait.
You were shiny hunting Larvesta, I think it was.
Oh right.
Did Brownie? Oh right.
Oh right, that's what I was doing here. Hey, what's this Pokemon right here? I know what a Pokemon is. Are they real? Can I take one home?
Are we real?
Johnny? Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
Wow, this place looks a lot better than the other place next door. Hi, neighbor. Dinkelberg. I'm sorry. Timmy's dad was the best one ever with that. It was like, hi, neighbor. Dinkelberg.
I think everybody loves Timmy Turner's dad, despite how stupid he is.
Oh, Timmy, I respect your privacy, but as your father, I'm allowed to barge on in.
Okay.
Oh, Timmy! Oh, normally I would respect your privacy by knocking politely, but since I'm your father, I'm coming in anyway!
About that scene, I remember seeing an animation with the with 30 characters from the little pilot Has Been Hotel doing recreating that scene with those characters.
I think one of the best things I remember is there is actually a video of going with Nickelodeon stuff briefly. Did you know that they got the voice actors and actresses of the episode of Squidward making the band, and they brought them back for a live reenactment of that scene with the voice actors. So yes, all of the characters.
Oh no! Big meaty claws.
Oh my god!
Big claws! Man, these claws aren't used for attack to me.
Bring it on, old man! Wait, my leg!
I'm sorry, but there's one more that would always get me when it comes to the episode.
What's
Patrick with the trombone.
Whoever has the words to Dan, you rip the lights on.
By the way, guys, I have an important question to ask all of you. Is mayonnaise
Yes.
an instrument?
No,
Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Fun
No,
fact.
Patrick, horseradish isn't an instrument either.
Fun fact. Fun fact. And if we're, okay. I actually have a story about mayonnaise as an instrument. If you want to take a moment.
God.
What's up, Hannah?
Guys, I'm sorry to cut the short, but I gotta go.
Oh.
Okay.
Because recording. But I'll be back soon once it's done.
No worries, Hannah.
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
See you later, then.
Take your time, Hannah, and just enjoy yourself, okay? And she pooped.
And,
No,
yep,
and
move
she's
before
gone.
you said anything.
Okay, I'll be trying to
Anyways.
tell my friend to go have a good time. She'll go do a recording, and she's gone.
I was like, completely random, but I love the profile picture of the first of the.
Have I ever told the story of when I asked is mayonnaise an instrument at an interview?
You what?
Wait, what?
I have actually asked that question at an interview.
What?
So this was going into my first job ever. It was a group interview for becoming camp counselors at a summer camp.
Oh.
It came down to at the very end of the whole interview/training thing. They said, "Okay, we're going to take time out of we're going to take these last few minutes to answer 3 questions. 2 questions get used up by other people, and nobody else had a third. So I just decided to say, screw it, I'll ask my own question, and I raised my hand. They called me down, and I asked in front of everybody, is mayonnaise an instrument? Now, the best part about this is that I got an answer from somebody who already had the job, and she said, no, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
So she got the joke.
She got the joke, but she had the look of really. She had this look of like really on her face.
So she truly was reenacting Squidward.
Yes. So, long story short, I think that question got me the job.
Okay, I'll be honest. I wish I could get a job as comically as that.
But yeah, ever since that day, if I have no questions to ask people whatsoever, and I can't think of anything else, I ask them.
It's the mayonnaise.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? It's gone so far. It's gone so far where I even asked my career advisor when I was in college.
Not one of these.
Wowie!
Fool. On the side note, I actually have 2 milkshakes.
Oh.
I saw your brain.
2 milkshakes for the price of 1.
Well, it's the only way I could get them delivered. Otherwise, I had to walk nearly 2 miles to go grab them. Nope.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Make
double
sure,
no.
Just make sure they don't. Just make sure those milkshakes don't bring all the boys to the yard.
And milkshakes bring other boys to the yard, and they're like,
No. Can we have the other version? My Pokemon brings all the boys to... I could trade.
and they're like, do you want to trade cards?
Thank you.
And I'm like, yeah, I want to trade cards, and I can trade you,
But not
but not my
Charizard.
Charizard.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god!
Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully we'll be able to get this shiny, because then my head doesn't go boom.
Otherwise, your hopes and dreams will
okay,
sink.
My hopes and dreams will sink. What's Sans doing here?
If I had one,
Oh dear.
This is so sad. Arduino, play Despacito.
what's that?
No.
Alex, I see a partial picture on that Discord. What did you just post?
I want to see this. I want to see this.
Oh, you take a look at it.
A little something he got 2 days ago. Is that supposed to be like a chibi Hatsune Miku? But except it's like a fucking plushie.
Okay. Sorry, all
know that?
I see just partially in my corner of my screen. In order to keep the text box up, I have to keep it up this, so all I just see is literally the smallest amount and literally just the blue part of Miku's hair.
Ah, okay.
Did you know that Alf created Hatsune Miku?
Wait, what?
No one saw the tweet?
Oh, I did see the tweet. Yeah, Alf went into a big description, and apparently he actually brought up Hatsune Miku.
Huh?
It's just like, when I was in college, I did this, and I created what you people know as Hatsune Miku.
What the fuck?
I need to look this up.
Yeah, it's on I think on Twitter.
It is on Twitter, but I'm pretty sure it's so famous that it became on YouTube.
Also, the reason why I put the little in quotations because she's actually jumbo size.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put a little in quotations.
Okay, so that means she's so that way she's not Hatsune minuscule.
Stop.
No.
No.
Hey, I found a piano.
No, you must continue with these puns. And wordplay.
Also, Maverick has been sat there rather quietly.
I've been playing Borderlands, murdering everything.
Oh, hello, Meatbags.
That hasn't stopped me. I've been playing
God damn it, Clutch up!
That was a clap. That was a
Seriously,
clap
which
shot.
HDMI port do I have to kiss to get a drink around here?
The
Stairs?
meatbags.
No!
The meatbags is more of HK47 from KOTOR.
Mm.
Hey guys, Harris has a question in the chat.
I know.
No.
What evil team would you be in the Pokemon franchise? She'd be in Team Skull. What a surprise! I mean, who doesn't want to be a part of Guzma? What is wrong with you?
Hey, at least Guzma takes good care of all his team members.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, speaking of Team Skull, it kind of reminded me of something. I think it was 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, during convention I went. There was a bunch of people that were dressed up as the Team Skull.
They were just going around causing a nuisance, right?
Oh, but they were walking around with the Team Skull theme playing, and that was awesome.
Man.
Even one of them was actually dressed as Guzma himself.
Oh my god.
Please tell me he went up, got destroyed by somebody by some way anyway. Guzma, what is wrong with you?
No, I don't think so.
That stinks.
That's not
At least the people that dress up as Daleks load themselves up with pressurized air so they can shoot people.
Oh yeah. You dead man.
Oh, I remember that.
Alex.
Exterminate.
Thank you.
Wow.
And this is coming from a guy who's never actually watched Doctor Who.
Blade says Team Yell. Ooh.
I wouldn't really consider them evil, but yeah.
Well, I mean, technically they are a team.
Who's Team Yell?
Wait, Yell?
Team Yell is Swords and Shields team.
Oh,
Well,
that's why I don't know about them because I didn't play a Sword or Shield yet.
Well.
Can we pre-petition Team Yell's name to be changed to Team...
So to answer the question for Alex briefly, Team Yell isn't so much evil. They're generally a Team Skull, but they're not so much family related. But
they're more mischievous.
yeah.
Sort of.
So the leader of Team Yell is the 7th gym leader in this region, Piers, who's the Dark Gym leader. But his main goal that he wants to do with Team Yell is he wants to support his little sister who's doing the same challenge you're doing and trying to be the team and trying to be the champion.
Here's the thing, I support Marnie a whole lot differently than he does, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh no!
Get
Also,
your mind off of her boobs.
Also, I just want a new name for Team Yell.
What's that? Team Tom Scream. Oh!
Yeah, it's Voice Fire Scream.
Team The Voice.
Exactly.
Also, fun fact: I actually have a male Quagsire that I call Tom in Pokemon Go.
Tom?
But to answer the question honestly, I'm stuck between either Team Magma or one of my most favorite teams for other reasons, Team Galactic.
Oh yeah.
For me, I think I would actually choose Team Yell. Mainly because the only reason I choose it is it's not so much for Marnie's sake, but because out of all the teams, they generally are the ones who are the least corrupted. You know, they're generally doing it for a good cause, but the problem is their idea of good cause and justice is, silly.
Not the best one.
well, let's put it this way. Here was one of their diabolical schemes. Oh, look, there's a Sandaconda there. It's sleeping. Hey, we're selling no gym challenges they can carry on. Why not? Because you wake up this Sandaconda asleep on the side of the road.
and to be honest, that Sandaconda was adorable.
Agreed.
Actually, I think it was actually the Silicobra, so it was
Silicobra. I keep forgetting which one's which.
They're both snakes. It's hard to remember. They're both snakes.
Here's the thing: if that was Pokemon Insurgents with the Torn region, everyone would be like, "Do you think I give a fuck?" this place is plagued by cultists wanting to sacrifice because they think their Pokemon's a god. You think I give a crap about your silly Cobra? No, shut up!
Maverick, here, have a Snickers.
What?
You're not
yourself.
You're not yourself without one. Better.
Better.
Thank you, Maverick.
That Wailord's taunting me again.
It's just standing there. Thank you. I think somebody must be trying.
Wants to tell me something.
Wants to tell me something. God damn you.
Oh man.
But on a serious note, I was still blown away by the fact that Wailord spawned back.
Oh yeah.
That surprised me too. I still haven't caught it though.
Anyways, because I haven't answered the whole team thing, I'm actually going to go out on a separate limb. I'm not going to choose a main series Pokemon game, but I'm going to choose one of the spin-offs that they made for the GameCube. I want to join Team Snatch.
Coliseum's team!
Exactly. That way I have a chance of being the protagonist.
They're like West infiltrate them.
No, guys, can we all agree that if you can't be part of Team Snag'em, you could at least be a part of the Cypher team. You get to meet Mirabi.
Exactly. Another good reason to
Samba. Oh god, I can't get the dance to close out my head.
Well,
I don't prefer his theme from XD.
It's better. I honestly prefer his Coliseum theme myself.
Me too.
That's just me though.
Is it?
Yes.
It is catchy, very catchy.
Yeah. What? You thought it wasn't me? What? You want to have a fight about it?
What? That didn't do much.
You want a Pokemon battle about it?
You want one? We can have one right now. You want one right now? Right now. I will take you down and prove that my opinion is better, and I will walk away with the championship belt, and then I will lose it at WrestleMania.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I think something's wrong with that statement. Oh, of course. I'd lose it at SummerSlam. That sounds about right.
Wait, how'd you know I was champion?
I have my way, lords.
God damn it, I knew those Wailords would be suspicious.
Wow.
Then the Wailord just sinks into the water with the shady eyebrow going, You know that race that, you know when it's like they look up the surface and they look at the camera and do that, It's like if you ever played Sly 4 and you see Murray going in the water, it's like, blow up the drawbridge! Glug glug. Did he just wink? Did he wink at us? I will say, this milkshake...
Hello there, Brownie.
Who the fuck are you?
Well, Lord.
Wow.
Why, hello there, Whaler boy. Oh,
God, when did Pegasus get here?
Would that be
When did Pegasus get here?
Oh no! I had no idea you had such great cards, Kaiba. If I knew that, I would have prepared myself for more of a challenge. Oh, whatever shall I do? Oh wait, I know. That's why
Toon World.
That's why Pegasus is still one of my favorite villains.
Villains?
Well, we can.
Well, I think he's more anti-hero right now.
Yeah. I love that theme tune. I'm sorry.
Hello there, Kaiba boy.
Plus, who doesn't love Toon Summon Skull?
Who doesn't like Toon? Here's the real question: who doesn't like Toon Dark Magician Girl?
Well, we did. Well,
oh my
the
thing
is, we never got that until GX. So, by the fact I brought up Summon Skull, we were talking about the original. So, yours is a moot point for now. Until we got
wait, for how long though? For how long though?
Until now. In fact, bringing that up, fun fact: I actually have a Toon deck. I actually do have a real life Toon deck made.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, speaking of which, there have been some more Toon support that has been released.
There has, yes. We've got the newest Toon monsters to join the team now is Harpy Lady and Blackluster Soldier.
As
what?
well as
I'm looking
as well as the spell card Toon bookmark.
Yep, which is basically Toon table of contents, but now you can search anything.
Quick question, Brownie.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned Blackluster Soldier. Please tell me it's not Envoy of the End.
Actually, it is.
That's Envoy of the Beginning.
Well, I can tell you its effect. Toon Blackluster Soldier. You can only this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by tributing cards from your hand or field as if it was a tribute summon. Then you could special summon it as you want. The usual Toon circumstances, etc., etc. But it has the effect that once per turn you can remove from play one card that is on the field, but not attack that turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3,000 removal.
I think Scar Red Nova Dragon is the one I'm thinking of. That one's far more powerful than that. But even then, it's also a little bit harder to get out considering it's a level 12 synchro.
Yeah.
And there's also the trap card Terror Toon.
I love that name. Yeah.
Which basically negates a card or effect while you control Toon World, I think.
No, no shiny yet, Heidi, and yeah, I love that. In fact, I will be planning to get that. In fact, to be honest, apparently Toon Bookmark is one of the more expensive cards to get.
Is it that good?
It
lets you search out Toon World.
It allows you to search out any card with Toon World in its name, or any Toon monster or spell or trap. In other words, you can search your deck for nearly anything.
And if a Toon, Toon World would be destroyed by card effect.
You can remove Toon Bookmark from your graveyard from the game to keep your Toon Kingdom or Toon World in play.
Yeah, if it would be destroyed, you can banish it instead.
Yeah. What's that, Mystical Space Typhoon? Nah.
And content redeemed.
Nah.
Yep, that's about it.
Cat has redeemed some points.
Doesn't even work.
On a side note, I can tell you Duel Links has taken a big hit because Shiranui and Dark Magician have been hit by the ban list a little bit.
Yeah.
So
how?
Here's the thing. I don't even play Spanish, so I don't care about that.
Yeah, don't worry, Maverick. Just do what I do. Smile, nod, and pretend you know what's going on.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
That's what I do with my wife.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Mwah! Good night, everybody!
Good night, everybody!
That'll be so funny if I was actually married.
That's sad. Sorry.
Oh.
And now,
You're good.
and now, great. Now I do that. And now I think of it's time for a good idea, bad idea. Good idea. Good idea. Having a joke with all your friends about a great bar joke. Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Talking to your wife about a bad joke you had about a relationship.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. Or better yet, there's always my personal favorite one. Good idea. Playing the drum in a marching band. Bad idea. Playing the piano in a marching band.
It's not as bad as you think.
Well, they never said how big it was.
I feel like I have too much points button.
Nah, too many points. Hey guys, guess what? No shiny.
What? No
Dang.
shiny. Oh.
No shiny yet.
Brownie.
Count's at 134.
5. Oh, Blade does don't mind me just munching while I'm watching.
Munching and crunching.
Munch. Wait, munching?
So
Munchlax?
how long before Blade comes in the call and goes, Munchlax?
No, wait, when does Blade evolve into Snorlax?
The same day he gets invited to Smash. Snorlax. Huh? Look. Ah! Huh, all of a sudden I don't feel so good.
Mr. Stark?
I don't feel good, Mr. Stark.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Hello. My name is Shigeru Miyamoto. I present to you Super Smash Brothers.
Also,
It's actually Shigeru Miyamoto that makes it!
Super Smash Bros. Also known as the fanfic that everybody wants to see happen but isn't gonna happen because there's too many fucking characters.
We had the early days when it was still figuring out what's going on. We had the troublesome childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the dark teens.
Are you kidding me? Brawl was amazing. Fuck off.
Wow.
No, still dark.
Hey, Brawl was good. It gave us Sonic.
Yeah, pretty much you gave us
That's true,
that
that was-
almost killed the internet.
True, but may I remind you? True, but may I remind you, it was one also the darker ones in tone.
Meh.
I thought
I
you
was a
guys
teenager. I was a young kid going into teenager stage then. Edgy things were all for me at that point in time.
I didn't really care. I didn't even notice.
It was one of those, you had the game, and you were classed as cool. Although, to be honest, that was obviously the big thing everyone was... Well, that's the thing when it came to Smash Brothers, because... we're gonna open up that can of worms, aren't we?
Oh boy, here we go.
So, can we all agree that one of the biggest hypes is finding out who joins the roster?
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say, Joker being in Smash.
Well, in fairness, though, when Joker was announced, I think that was when everyone was thinking, "Hang on a minute."
That moment there at the awards broke the internet.
Oh, it did, because
besides Banjo.
that was
And Sans.
Banjo destroyed the internet.
And then there was Sans.
Yeah, that.
Everybody laughed their asses off at that point.
Well, there were some that were like, "Oh my God, it's that!" Oh, it's just a costume.
I mean, it was, he's
That was
so
a
that
really
man.
young
So
kid.
obvious, and people fell for Sans character. He's like, "Who do you mean, Sans? Sans is not a character." What do you mean? It's a costume.
Like,
Are you?
you mean
fucking
Sans?
lying?
You mean Gunner?
Gunner?
And then there are those who know that Sans it's just a costume, and they're like, I know what I said.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that comic.
No.
It's like that comic that I saw before. It was I know of the channel, but it's basically a channel that does like dub, and they've done like a load of Pokemon comics and Nintendo style ones. They had one where it was just like the meat gunner came in, just like, hey guys, can I join in? Sorry, we've only got room for one more, and we were promised Sans, so we're waiting for Sans. Yeah, no offense. And she walks off. She comes back in the Sans costume. Everyone's like, hey Sans, so great to see you. And then the meat gunner's in the costume, and she's crying.
Yeah, I
know what channel I'm talking about.
That yeah,
I think it's Gablef. If I was thinking,
I believe so. Yeah, it was the same one that had. It's the same one that did the dub series of dubbing a Zoroark that escaped into the gallery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Zoroark shows up in the DLC, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, so I guess you're allowed in." Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Also,
No, it's
I've
like,
never seen.
the person who made the original comic made like a stupid story about how like the fucking Border Patrol gets fired because they let the Zoroark through. And then everybody else just rushes in.
Oh no, it's
By Urshifu, no less.
It's the boss. What did I tell you?
Urshifu appears.
Yeah, that gets rid of them all, and like, so I want in.
Yeah.
Guys, here's the thing though. When people tell me that sense of the game, they legitimately think the character is in the game, not the costume. They don't know. It's like, you're fucking kidding me, right?
Yeah, and those disappointed ones are always all like, well, time to crush their hopes and dreams.
Oh.
The channel I made coming up. I think they also released one with Pin and Palutena in the in Miniman's restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one as well.
Oh. So, are you on the menu?
Speaking of which, fun fact, if you guys didn't watch a whole live stream for that, they actually brought in the Captain Falcon voice actor for that trailer.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. Recorded, who is also the same voice as Vegeta.
The Japanese voice actor Vegeta.
Oh,
Now I can't stop imagining Vegeta doing a Falcon punch.
That's it. Killing them both. Falcon punch.
The best part about that is that it's the first new lines recorded for Captain Falcon since the Nintendo.
You know, hearing that fact, and everyone obviously thinks the logical question: where's our F-Zero? Where's our F-Zero? You'll get your F-Zero when you sit down and eat your greens.
I don't want to eat my.
Wait.
And no F-Zero for you.
Wait, green greens?
Green greens.
It took me a while. I'm sorry, late to the punch, but I got it. How could you? How could you? How could you?
I was thinking the latest.
How could I? How could you?
I was thinking GX was co-made with Sega, if I'm not mistaken.
What was that, sorry?
What?
F-Zero GX. It was co-made with Sega, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, honestly, I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I'm gonna GTS, also known as Google that shit.
I would, but I'm currently hatching.
That's why I'm doing it. Don't worry. Let's see. Publisher Nintendo. Developers Amusement Vision. Amusement Vision.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because it sounds amazing.
Because they're the ones that made F-Zero GX. Duh.
Besides that, goof.
I'm sorry, but you gave me a moment to be sassy, and I wanted to be sassy.
That's like you opening the door going, would you like to... Don't mind if I do! Okay.
How many months would you like? Oh, 3 or 4.
Oh, that's a good thing to see. How many lumps do you want, Dak?
3 or 4.
Also, right now I'm trying to join our character in Sonic Dash.
Oh yeah, they brought Tangle the lemur.
Yep, I already got her.
Oh,
Yeah, so they acknowledged the IDW comics and put Tangle as an unlockable character in Sonic Dash.
well,
And recently,
wait, did they also acknowledge
another character from the IDW.
Whisper? They are not. Didn't they also acknowledge Whisper?
Yep, Whisper's the second one.
Oh, nice. Not that one. Can we agree?
Wrong Whisper.
I love the team that's fan dubbing the comics. I find adorable. I love what they gave for Whisper as the voice. It's like, cool. They had the door. Whisper. Cool. Okay, but why? No Silver. That's her name, stupid.
I remember saying that. I love
Sorry.
that.
Care to get the door, Captain Obvious? I said I'm sorry. I get it. also, on a side note, Silver is also the second Sonic character to swear.
Ooh, who was the first?
What?
Well, Shadow. Well, not in the comic, but think. Shadow, for Christ's sake! You know what he says!
Damn,
Thank you.
not here.
Damn.
But no,
Even though
What is that
thankfully
damn fourth chaos
the very first time they actually had swear in the Sonic game was actually in Sonic Adventure 2 in the lyrics for Death Chamber.
really? What was that swear word?
Because in the full version of Deeper, the theme of Death Chamber, they at one point it actually says, "You're damn right, Knuckles."
Oh, well, that's not a Sonic character. That's cheating.
Yeah, but that's the first time they would actually swear in a Sonic game.
Guys, wait, I
What?
remembered. Sonic was actually the first, because early in the first stage, Sonic says, damn.
That's only if you fail the hero mission in Lethal Highway.
Yeah, before Shadow even gets a chance to say anything.
That is if you don't die before reaching that part.
No, guys. Can we all agree that the swear word first came in with the first swear word came in with Sonic Team. It was when they said Sonic 06.
Yes.
Wow.
I went there. Boom. But no, the fun fact is that they got away with the word damn and stuff like that, but Silver in the comics actually says the word crap.
What?
That's not really
What?
sweet.
It's true.
He does.
So-
He does. He does.
That counts as a swear.
Yeah, it
Yep.
does. Yeah, so what happens is during the comic episode where they find Whisper, they go through Eggman's base, as it was, to find out the plans of what's going on, to get what's going on with sort of all these robots and things. As they hack into the system and get all that information, Silver finds the plan and he actually goes, "Oh crap!"
Yeah.
That's not joking.
And
If you look that up, you will see that's what was said, and that is not a typo or anything about that. And you have to be aware, Sega authenticate this. So Sega acknowledged it? Huh, I genuinely thought they wouldn't allow swear words after Mad World.
Wow.
Well,
Well, then again, you also have to remember that they worked with Game Freak to make Tempo the badass elephant, and then it's all good again.
oh yeah, forgot about that. I forgot about that game.
Hey, what about Bayonetta?
Well, okay,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that
fair
too.
enough.
way they did that.
Oh yeah,
They did that.
I tend to forget the prerogative games.
The inferior ones
Yeah.
to Sonic.
Just
That's
well.
All right, there's it.
The only reason I say that is because I just remember the Crazy Files and I saw what they did in that game, and I just love the those old files where someone gets the cutscenes and they dub them with other movie clips.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
somebody did one for Bayonetta, which was quite funny. It was just like, what is this? It's yummy. This is crack.
Oh god!
Oh my god.
On my personal favorite one, they bring up Devil May Cry as part of it. Was just like, why do you refuse the power? The power of our father, Sparta, shows Bayonetta. This is Sparta!
Sparta!
Pigs and angels. I think my personal favorite from those ones is Bayonetta surfing on an angel in lava. She falls off a cliff and it's just like, let's do it! Yeah! Oh, gravity works. I miss the old days of the internet.
You know, I actually did see something like that, except it wasn't over the dialogue of a video game. It was the dialogue of a fan dub of Sonic Adventure 2. Particularly Eggman's announcement.
Announcement!
Snap cube!
I'm going to make an announcement.
No.
Should we actually...
announcement.
Let's not bring up Snap Cube now. Let's not. Let's not, cause they said we did.
So Brownie.
What?
Has Alatreon.
A what?
New World.
What?
Oddworld.
Alatreon's in the New World.
What?
Oh!
What about
No,
this new
it
world?
took me a while because I had PTSD. Yep, the Monster Hunter.
Oh, Monster
Yeah,
Hunter, okay.
one of the strongest monsters ever. In fact, probably the strongest one, the Altarian.
Basically put, Alatreon is the avatar of the Monster Hunter world.
Basically, when you fight most monsters, it's like, oh, we're gonna fight the Logicraeus. Oh, it knows electric and water. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look at that. It's the Nakakuga. Oh, you just know physical. That's great. What's the Altarion? Every element in the game!
And this time he actually has water with him.
Oh no! Just what we needed. Another dragon that goes absolutely crazy.
Oh.
Fire, water, lightning, dragon.
The powers that combine the Avatar. Raw! Unfortunately, he didn't have resistance to Earth. Oh, better yet, the Alteron just went, Dr. Octagonopus! You just enter the stage. What the heck is in there? Dr. Alteron! What the heck?
I'm a fired the mediocre employee.
Gentlemen, I'm willing to charge up my giant particle acceleration force. Avatar, careful for the Minotaur.
Oh, God.
That song. Hey, Tim, did you...
A little bit of tar sitting in the cradle.
He thinks I maybe hit the baby. I'm a tiny Minotaur.
Only one way to kill the Minotaur. You need the Java Tata. Hey, Tim, did you bring the Java Tata?
You need the Tata to give him. Oh, these are the Grim for Tim.
Hey, that's Tim. What? It's a bottle of Tim.
Before you stretch him.
Open the jar.
Twisting. I haven't had that.
Open the door. You take a request.
Oh.
Release Tata to kill Minotaur.
Oh, no! Tata! My weakness!
I'm alive! Stop singing songs about me! You're ruining my life!
What? Why do I come here?
Long story short, Maverick, it is Tobuscus.
I know it's Tobuscus.
So you know of the song?
Yes, Tiny Minotaur.
Yep.
I blame the internet.
I blame.
No, don't sing the other one! Don't sing the other one! Do not sing the Diamond Sword one!
Why not?
Hey,
why not the?
Don't mention
my
it.
country!
No. Just
Wait, before you're talking about Battleship. Wait, wrong game.
I heard someone say they blame Canada.
Oh, I was referencing South Park there.
wait. Don't do it, Carlos.
Don't do it, Captain.
Wait!
I wanted you. Alright, fine.
Seriously, I've had enough of him calling my mama.
Ah, come on, bitch, she's a big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole eyebrow.
Alright.
Okay, let's not go any further than that, otherwise we
Yeah.
get banned.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
that's
As we hatch a shiny here, all the kids will sing like this. Damn it!
It's like, what?
Ass.
Ah.
I'll admit to one thing, I'm not the biggest fan of South Park. I've never really liked it, but I will admit though, I did play not the Stick of Truth. What was the other one? That's it.
The Fractured
I
Butthole.
will admit that is probably one of the more tamer South Park experiences I've ever played, and I have to admit, I generally liked it.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not, as I say, I don't like it. And admittedly, I did want to do it as a live stream, but unfortunately, you know, you stream anything of South Park and you will get eyes glaring at you like, go on.
Oh, yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
when
he's not wrong.
when Stick of Truth came out for the first time, it got to a certain part of the game, and then Twitch was all like, well, we can't really have people stream this game, so we'll let the people who are currently streaming it stop. We'll let them know about that as well, and then we will remove it from the list of streamable games.
Yeah. However, the thing is, in the way to put it, Fractured Butthole, if you stream that now, there is one lovable moment. Well, I say lovable moment. There is one...
In quotation.
Well, for those who've played it, don't bring it up, but they'll know when I say it. Police station.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that bit, if you think about what goes on with that.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Delete.
Oh no, that's severely delete. That is severely, well, all I can say is
Delete
there's a
it.
boss that has to be killed a certain way. All I can say is equality matters in a lot of things, especially that. So all I just say is, no. But no. Yeah, I was... One question! Yes? What is it?
What?
It's my new Egomatic. Or better yet, if anyone has seen, actually going, I'll tell you what, going off there from Adventures Illustrated, anyone seen I Teach Vader?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you'll probably know when I go, just win the race, just win the race.
Just win the
I don't care what it takes, just win the race.
Thank you.
Win the race! Just win the race! Just win the race!
I don't
care what it takes! I won't!
So make me
Just
happy.
win the race!
That
And-
dirty rat, he's cheating. Look, I never have time for the fun stuff. That's not a problem.
That's not a problem! I've only just begun to cheat! I'm
And then there's a recent one, skydiving.
Oh, Roselia's in it with a deluxe charger. My computer crashed and I've my computer crashed and I've just lost a ton of stuff, but it's always good to see a Brownie stream. Seriously though, 2 months? Happy to be here for many more happy times. Party popper, party popper, party popper. Hope everyone's happy.
Party pepper. Purper? Wow.
Well, I gotta feel sorry for you if you're here just for Brownie.
Hey!
Hey.
I love you, man.
Maverick.
Don't kill me.
I'll let that slide this time.
But next time we'll bring out the charge shot.
Well, no, because
No!
in the nice... I hate to go into something a bit of a personal end. I generally have a very bad self-esteem, right? A few times. So if anyone tells me that if they're here for a reason... Well, let's put it this way. If it turns around... If it turns... Like from what Maverick said there, if you... With that statement, it's kind of like, okay, that was meant as a joke, but... Any other context, and I would have turned around and said that generally hurt, because I'm very sensitive about that type of stuff, because it makes me feel like I didn't do a good job.
Brownie, I'm gonna say this right now. You do a fantastic job.
I appreciate that, Maverick. Thank you. Just I know you're newish to the streams and things, but it's just the heads up. I mean, obviously it's something a lot of streamers don't want to mention. because a lot of people when they do streaming and things, you know, it's like they put on the facade or they try to, you know, hide a few things, but a lot of streamers generally get rather I don't know what the word is.
Defensive?
Yeah, that's influenced. Influenced is probably the better word. Like it's like, say for example, if everybody in the chat there who were watching the stream, if everyone in that chat said to me, "Shut up, go away," or "Your stream sucks, stop," or whatever, I generally get demoralized because it makes me feel like the audience just didn't want me. Even if it turns around to them sort of turning around saying, "Oh, it was a joke and they were paid to do it," I will generally get upset because it makes me feel like that's what people think of me.
My bad.
No, it's cool, Maverick. It's cool. Don't worry. As I said, it's perfectly fine, dude. Just, if we could lay off those types of jokes at least. Well, let's put it this way. Yours was well timed, so that's why I said I'm willing to let that slightly go. But it's okay. Don't worry. It's okay, dude.
Here's what I'm not well timed. That will explain my 3 children.
You have 3 children?
Nani!
Yeah.
Hello.
Nutty!
Wait, hold on. But if we go back to an earlier context, he just said that he doesn't have a wife, so I'm worried.
You're adopted!
Blasphemy!
I need all the release I can get.
Maverick, I think you're in danger.
I'm in danger.
And you're Ralph Wiggum.
Zigzagoon, 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 zigzagoon.
See you,
Who
Rosalia.
doesn't love Zigzagoon? Look at that little face.
Help! She's touching my special area!
It's a little trash baby.
It's a trash baby.
Zigzagoon is not a trash baby. He is most precious boy.
Good.
He's literally a raccoon.
Raccoons are trash babies.
Oh, the trash pandas.
Thank you.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I meant that then.
Yeah.
The trash pandas.
Doggo. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, Scout?
What?
Wait, wait a minute. Who let Chili of Destiny in here?
Who bonked? Wait, actually, better question. Alex, why?
Why what?
Was that you who went bonk?
No.
Wait.
Someone did a bonk.
So who just did the Scouts bonk?
I don't have sounds. I'm scared.
Oh, there's a soundboard.
Oh God!
A soundboard?
No, I think so.
Oh,
Well, no, if
that's a
they had a
soundboard.
soundboard, it would sound a little bit more clearer than that.
Well, it's probably a local soundboard, like maybe like a button app on their phone.
Yeah.
Wait, Maverick, maybe?
No, not me.
I don't know.
If I say something like bonk, I'll do it with my own mouth.
Huh.
I'm willing to bet that it's Alex, though.
Alex?
What?
Is it you, Alex? Did you poo-poo with a bonk bonk?
Woo!
Excuse me, what?
I know what I said. I know what I said! I can do it! I can back 9 times!
I'm a little concerned.
I can do it! I can do it 9 times!
I can
Wow.
do it 11 times.
Hey, Double D! Carrots can help you see in the dark. Can they dial a phone?
You know where Mega Man is?
Hey, Double D! I'm looking for Mega Man. Hey, could you show me the way?
You're about just like Bippy I did!
I could see that now in the actual cartoon. Base! How could you do this? Do you have any idea what you just did? You beat your sweat Bippy I did. And then you just see Dax yelling at Bass. Ed! Hello!
or Dr. Hayden from Doom 2016 going, "You have no idea what you have just done," and Doom guy going, "You bet your sweet baby I do."
You bet your sweet baby.
It's just like Dr. Cossack just looks like, I don't remember giving him that voice.
Wait, has he?
Yeah. It is good day to be not dead.
Oh no!
Pow, you are
I
dead.
thought we'd go 1 session without this.
Oh god, here we go.
Thank you.
Giant monkey, no!
Somebody.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars. You bet your sweet baby I will.
You bet your sweet petunias I will.
The portal is ready.
Slide down the soap.
Slide on this
Slide
soap.
down the soap. Slide down
the soap.
You know, somebody has actually made a video of him doing that for 10 minutes.
Oh my god! Like somebody doing it in real life, or just the clip of Ed?
The clip of Ed and using
just
it with the actual clip. So you hear him go, slide down the soap. Slide down the soap.
Like when people do that, you can tell they clearly have way too much time on their hands.
True, but a lot of people.
Or not enough time.
Yeah, yes. Oh my god! No.
No.
Cutler with the other one. Hello, Light.
Hello, Light.
Ed, go to
Seconds!
sleep! Hello, Light.
I've been thinking, Double D. How can my feet grow if they don't have a nose?
Ed, get out of my room!
Oh no! No! You'd have to stop it because Sarah will tell Mom, and Mom will tell Dad, and Dad will just yell and go, no, I'm watching TV!
No, I thought it was, and Dad will just sit there and watch TV!
Okay.
And then there's the one everyone will understand. Chickens!
Everyone!
Hug the chicken! Hug the chicken!
Okay, Rolf, I'm sorry. Have you brought the cupcakes of forgiveness?
No?
Whack!
No.
Don't respect your vows to uphold the sticky notes of elders yet! You must be punished.
What? Ralph, what is that?
The cave?
I was thinking...
Thank you, Ralph. The hat of discipline. I would love if somebody actually made the hat of discipline and walked around like Rolf and gone.
I would love to.
You live in a cave?
Yeah, I could see that now. He just walks up to random people. What the hell is that on your head? Is that your quirk? It's my hat of discipline, Bakugo. Do you live in a cave? All is forgiven. I blame Deku. Oh, but he faces All Might. The hat of discipline, All Might. Will you live in a cave? What?
I remember when the Eds had like after Rolf defeated Annie in that duel, he shoved eels down their pants.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
And then Ed is like, I think I'm allergic to eels. And he became fish face.
Oh fucking hell! The episode when they found out Ed was allergic to rabbits.
Oh jeez.
Trying to take care of Rolf,
They're so
or trying to watch all of Rolf.
They're so fluffy.
Ed, why is there a lot more of them? I think one's a girl. I think one of them was a girl. Oh dear.
Double D, how many buddies am I supposed to watch again?
Two, Ed.
Two.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm sorry.
and then he bloats.
Oh, don't forget the other one.
I see.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna head out, guys.
I'm mutating!
Wait, who's heading off?
Vile.
Alright, take care, Maverick, and thanks for stopping by.
No problem. See
See
ya.
you around, dude. All best.
Bye.
Later, alligator.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
That's a while, crocodile.
Okay, love you, bye-bye.
Don't be vile, crocodile.
Hey.
Interior crocodile alligator. There goes a vile in a movie theater. Do you not know that?
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive
a Chevrolet movie theater.
That is an actual line from a freestyle rap someone did.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not joking. That was and it was the last line of their rap because they couldn't think of anything more. It's kind of like when I do my freestyle and I fumble. I'm like, just think of anything that rhymes. Anything.
I'm pretty sure that's for anybody who just tries to do freestyle anything.
Hey, it's like Devil.
I heard that. Who bounced?
Who's the Sonic bounce?
Hey, it's like Devil. If he can do anything, you can too.
I can do anything. Well, look at the fan base over there. Can you control
Chaos,
them?
chaos.
I can't do anything. On a side note, by the way, I'm gonna show this as a thing for the stream because I thought, why not? Look what I have.
Well, wait. Look what you have. Chapter 1.
What?
I'm a bit behind.
You'll see.
I've seen the Deltarune. I will go ahead and be up front. I have never played Deltarune.
Me neither. I haven't even played Undertale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am.
Felt your skins crawling on your back.
Oh, I may not, but I have watched people. The thing is, Dell has tried to tell me to play it because they think it's pretty good. Problem is, I dislike butterfly effect games big time.
I understand that.
Yeah, because it makes it. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I like what the Telltale games did for like the Minecraft one and the Batman series and not is it Last of Us? Is it not Last of Us?
Walking Dead.
That's probably it. It's the one that it's the one at the end where you actually have to choose what final words you say to the girl as she shoots you. But I dislike those because if you make the wrong choice, you get ridiculed by so many people because it's just like, oh well, I focused on myself, so I let her die. What the fuck, man? And I dislike that. I hate it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get the idea behind them, and again I get it.
Like, imagine if you will, you play a game about war shooters, and you play the war shooter route long enough, whereupon the game punches you in the face for liking war shooters.
I guess that's one way to describe it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Alex!
Yeah, that's pretty much Undertale making fun of you for playing RPGs.
Yeah. I hear the noises coming from Alex's end.
Okay, so it is Alex.
What the heck?
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Yeah, it was you all this time, and we know it.
It was Alex all along, Austin!
It was me all along!
But why, Alex? But why?
But why?
Why not?
God,
I'm not gonna fish
I hate all of you.
I love you too. No.
Fuck you, and definitely fuck you. Which one? Fine.
Fuck you, you're cool!
It's like, dang it, what was I gonna say?
The monkey business!
Don't worry, I have a
monkey business.
I have a plan to avoid this. I'll do it! I'm gonna jump! No, don't, Hermes! Do a flip!
What? Wow.
No, don't jump! Okay, now do it!
God damn it, SDF! It's a lovely day to walk down the road, so if I ever stop singing, then it will explode.
Hey, Brownie!
There you go.
Stream cuts out.
Wow.
When I grow up, I want to go to the moon.
Why
Wait.
Hey, here comes that transgender guy.
I like trains.
Thank you. We're up to 160!
Oh, jeez.
Still no
And
shiny.
160 is...
Nothing.
It's not a
Thank you, Seaman, for your special guest appearance.
See?
Well, I suppose it's a lot better than Dick Soup can.
Oh,
Can.
Better than penis. Cupcake.
Oh, jeez.
I am paying this cupcake.
I will eat you.
Oh, God.
I need, you know, I actually need to finish fucking, what's it called, Donkey Kong 64 one of these days.
With how big that game is, I'm not surprised it's taking you this long.
Well, here's the thing though, I originally was going to go for 100%, and then I kind of got discouraged from it, because I realized how big 100% was in that game.
Oh, look!
Yeah.
Look at the
One
little...
time when I
Toxel!
when I had it. When I had a Nintendo Wii when I was a little younger,
Oh, we got a giggler.
okay.
Yeah, we had a giggle fest because we heard Alex. I think Alex did the... Thank
Okay,
you.
so when I had a Wii, one of the games that I played was Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Conquest.
Speaking of which, Donkey Kong Country coming to SNES collection for Nintendo Switch Online. That's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Nice.
Why do I get the feeling there are some eyes looking at me right now?
What do you mean?
After
And
I
it's a
mentioned,
backup idea in case we can't do Dokapon immediately.
Yeah.
after I mentioned in Country 2,
Well, the thing is,
I think I know what you mean.
well, it's the Nintendo thing on here. You can actually do a co-op session with somebody online. So the idea I think Thean was getting at, and I was bringing up, was why do I get the feeling if I do it as a
Actually,
live stream, someone turns around and goes, "Christopher, can I join in?"
I actually completely forgot about the whole online co-op thing.
Yeah.
like
I
someone,
didn't even know that
someone
was a
mentioned
thing.
a stream idea, and everyone else in the stream, gee.
Why can't I feel my everything now? Well, actually, you realize the other end of that is Tetris Attack is on there now.
Oh yeah.
Well, not so much Tetris Attack, but its original version of
Panel the
Thank
Pond.
you. Yeah, the problem.
Tetris 99?
Yeah, no. I mean Tetris Attack.
Everything in Japanese.
Yeah. If long story short, if you've played one game where you connect 3 of a thing in a row to get rid of shit, it's one of those types of things. But it is very, very addicting.
How addicting would you say?
Very?
On a scale of 1 to 10, let's see, what's
9.
12? Oh.
It is a 9 in my. It is a 9 in my book. It is one of those. Alex!
Wow.
I'm not sure how I feel with the idea of Alex playing Sonic music. He's either playing Sonic music or he is playing Sonic.
Or he is Sonic.
Well, actually no. Because of that music, he would either be Sonic or Nuku. Nuku. Oh no.
Oh no.
About
No, it'll be Uno.
hey, Chris, how about S3 and K?
At least it's that Doku and not the shut up.
Oh, please, we all know everyone does not want to go the way.
Do you know the way?
Not know the way. For you see, Cell, this is my normal state. Oh dear.
Oh my God! You see that?
And here is my normal, and here is my state of super Ebola, and this is the
Ebola!
Ebola. That's.
Oh my God! I was just over our first big Devil Artemis right now.
Yes.
I made a Devil Artemis.
No.
Double Artemis is
Also, I have no complaint because seriously, I love this dude. I love this guy. Awesome.
In fact, hey, do you guys want a nice fun fact actually involving Devil Artemis? Well, not so much Artemis himself, but more someone he's worked with.
Oh, yes.
So,
Is it Kagi?
well, I was referring to Kagi. You know, the
Kagi film.
Yeah, Kagi films. Fun fact, did you know he's actually in the new Pokemon Journeys anime?
Ooh.
He is the voice of Leon!
Oh,
Kagi,
Who's Leon?
And
the champion of Sword
I've
and
heard him.
Shield.
Oh.
I heard how much I've heard him and seen the episode. It is actually really good.
Oh my God, do we actually have a voice that does well?
Yes.
I didn't hear it, but I know about it because whenever he's streaming, sometimes he actually quote which character he's voicing.
Yeah, he brought up the video, I believe.
Well, it's also because I actually follow him on for his Twitch channel, and sometimes when we stream, I see that he mentioned the voice actor of this character is streaming.
I was saying.
Well, the only other voice actor I know who's properly in it is the voice of the girl who has the Yamper. That is Lucy from Fairy Tail.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, the voice actress. It's amazing how she's gone from Natsu to Go. It's a shame that it's a shame that Go's reboot doesn't burn everything it sees. Otherwise, we get a very nice reference to Fairy Tail.
Wait, Brownie, go where?
Over there.
Wow.
Over there.
Gee, it's pretty dark. Do you have a light? No.
No.
Oh, sorry. Let me do it properly. No.
I heard that.
And Mario has been replaced. Oh yeah. Hey, Knucklehead. Do you have a light?
No.
I could see that. Scout as Luigi and Heavy as Mario. Oh, something feels funny. Hey, Knucklehead. Do you have a... Hey, Knucklehead, that sandwich ain't gonna save you. No!
Oh, no.
$400,000 to buy that gun, huh? Hey, money well spent.
Two to the...
I think I'll take Saw Channel for a steak dinner tonight. What do you think about that?
2 to the 1 to the 3 to the crab. Who's gonna sit here? Anyone! Oh, soldier, it cannot be true. Who will they find to replace you?
No one!
Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah, let's not go further with that one. That was my attempt at being funny. Sad face.
2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. I can't remember what it is. Yeah. 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. Entire team is babies.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sandwich and I are coming for you. Come for points. Boom. 3 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. Heavy is wish making fair. I should have done this long ago. Very nice. Horror show. Who is not ready to fight? Boom. Take that. Medic is spy.
I do remember there was another version of that was quite funny. There is actually one that had Hunter from Spyro doing one.
Wow.
Oh my
God.
2 to the...
Golly gee willikers,
Yeah,
Batman.
2 to the 4 to the 7 to the 5. It's my birthday. I feel alive. We're gonna have... 2 to the 4 to the 9 to the crab. I met a nice girl last night on the D-pad. Come along and fly with me. Here we go, Spyro and flying sheep. But it's also the same guy who created MP Carlson is his name. Wait, what? I heard demo.
What?
No, I hear Wario! Alex, can we do it properly when I do it properly when I say miss?
What?
Play the doll I missed when it's play that doll I missed at the same time. It's just like miss. Oh wait, is it just the doll?
No, it's cut out for the I miss part.
It's the full phrase.
Oh my god!
And
Oh, better yet, can we also agree on that wonderful personalization? You want fun? Wario show you fun. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, it's the new style of a meme where Wario's face comes out of the water puddle when you're heading to Dire Docks.
The famous Super Mario 64 cartridge.
Yeah, every Mario 64 cartridge is personalized, and that's the joke part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want fun? Wario show you fun.
What?
Wait, oh no!
Oh no.
God damn it, Knuckles!
No, it's a call of the wild Knuckles. If you listen carefully, you can hear them.
Wait, well, he said no. Okay, we'll have to go somewhere else, guys. See you later.
Wow.
See you later. Have a good weekend.
It's about a chicken.
God damn it!
What
that fucking line.
Bonus tax.
I forgot about that bloody line. It's about a chicken.
Why?
That was when I remember hearing that line when I did Rayman myself.
Rayman Origin. I almost said oranges.
Does anyone remember when Rayman was affiliated with those pesky rabbits?
I think it's funny how the rabbits became more popular than him, and they got more consecutive games afterwards.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Although I will admit, though, I had a good kick out of TV Party. That was one of my personal favorite ones of the rabbits, I'll admit.
There was one mini game I remember loving in the past. Basically shooting down the rabbits with plungers.
Oh god, yeah! I just enjoyed the TV Party just because I enjoyed the idea of sending one flying into either the moon, the earth, or the sun. And I just love the beginning cutscene was just like this. Boom! And then the last words you hear as he flies into the sun is. You just hear this fake one that goes. Just this.
In a game that I am playing, anyway, am finding a pretty broken combo.
You find it?
Ooh, nice.
For a deck building game, so.
Oh, when you said combo, when you said combo, I thought you were going for the KFC Taco Bell Burger King combination.
What?
I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell.
Oh,
I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Oh god!
Thank you!
Oh god, Brownie! Oh god, Brownie! Now you make me hungry for KFC.
Well, that's funny because I had KFC at lunch today.
God damn it!
Do you know what they also had?
What?
I have a pen. No, go any further.
I have a
I have a brick.
Okay. I have a pizza. I have pineapple. Pineapple pizza. What is wrong with you?
You can hear Caesar in the screaming in the background.
Caesar? What's he got to do with this? I have no idea who you're talking about. What do you like? What do you like to do, Raymond? I don't know. Burn stuff.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. 169. Of course not.
Oh, not 13 squared. It's almost never 13 squared.
You are sad.
Wait, what's that a reference to?
That's the furthest I can go.
Oh, good.
Wait, is that a reference to something?
No.
I found a bag of garbage.
No, he was referring to an actual maths equation. That is 13 squared.
13 times 13.
Yeah, that's what 13 times 13 means.
But I just found a bag of garbage.
A bag of garbage?
Wait a minute.
Found rubbish?
Oh, you mean me?
No. Now I found rubbish.
Oh. No. That's just. No. Oh, Betty, I got
the rubbish.
I still remember when I played Glitched as the demo. I just love going past the Bebo farm. Oh, Bebo farm! No! big Bebo head. No!
And now
It's like
I found a Sneasel.
It's like, wow, Pingle. Wow,
Pingle?
Pingu. You got
Pingle?
Jack.
You see, there's a funny thing about Pingle. Pingle was the long-lost cousin of Tingle, said to be not as annoying but a bit more handsome. So you have to give him everything you have.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind it.
Yay!
I got a Sneasel.
Yay! Congrats on your sneasel. Would you like a tissue? Oh, sorry, that's a sneeze. Thank you.
It's like, oh wait, that's a sneeze.
I also found a Murkrow.
You're playing Pokemon Go as we're doing this.
Why not? Right now there's an event happening where you can have a chance to find more Team Rocket Grunts.
That would be the except I can't really do that right now, can I? I mean, I plug it in, but I get nowhere.
Rocket Grunts and Jesse and James, they're easy. The Rocket Leaders, they actually present a challenge.
A nice challenge, Giovanni. Oh God, this is hell! Oh God, this is hell! Oh God, this is hell!
Giovanni appears. Finally, a worthy challenger. Our battle will be legendary. Dream Slayer. Oh my ass!
Worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Although I was actually surprised to see Giovanni can actually show up. Because I know you would show up if you used this Super Rocket Radar, but I didn't know that he would actually show up in one of the balloons.
Yeah. So basically, he's basically the. It's kind of because of the virus and people not going out. It's kind of their sneaky way of bringing the stuff to you. The problem is you need to have the right radar equipped for the one to show up. Basically, if you tap a Team Rocket balloon, it will look at what radar you have open, and if you don't have any radars, it will give you a grunt. If you have the one that hunts for the leaders, you get a leader one. But if you get the super one,
the super radar,
then Giovanni will always be in the balloon.
Also, speaking of balloon, I found a rocket grunt.
So basically, if the lambs won't come to the slaughter, then the slaughter will come to the lambs.
Pretty much.
No.
Now, there's one thing that's been bothering me with those Go balloons, especially Jesse and James.
What's that?
James taunts me with that shadow beldum.
I get taunted by the Scyther!
I know that feeling.
Actually, no.
The Cypher is Jesse, if I was thinking?
Yeah. Also, hi Nick, good to see ya. Yeah, shiny Larvesta. Doesn't look
And speaking of Cypher, I'm fighting right now someone a grunt with a Shadow Scizor.
What's next? A Dragonite?
Wait, no, he's using Buck type.
Sweet semen of baby Jesus, get yourself a Dragonite, the OD of the OG.
And
it
flies. Using a Cypher.
Yes, I know of them. Yeah, it flies. It shoots hyper beams. Bah! And it's so freaking cute.
Alright, who was the one that talked about the Cypher?
Me.
Brownie.
He actually fought me with his last Pokemon was actually a Shadow Cypher.
Oh my god.
I would have loved if that was the shiny right now.
But
nope.
I'm not saying that'd be, I'm not taunting anybody.
That's dumbass.
And I got the Pokemon that you don't fuckle with.
Oh, the fuck! Don't fuckle with Shuckle.
Yep.
Don't fuck with it.
I'm trying to get a Shuckle, and apparently he's only 46 of battle
Why would I
point.
fuckle with the
Yeah,
Shuckle?
that's the whole point. That's the whole point of. That's generally the whole point of Shuckle. He's basically not built for offense. He's built to be your. If you don't have a Blissey, here's your alternative.
Here's your tank.
Yeah. Where
Let's see
Blissey has the
No,
special
I-
defense, Shuckle has the mixture in between type.
Who just joined? Who goes there?
It's Heidi.
Hello.
Hi, Heidi.
I hear a Heidi.
You
There
hear
is a
a
Heidi
Heidi
now.
who's just finished work.
Yay!
Ooh. So I tired, Heidi.
Are you kidding me? My legs are dead and a half.
Oh. Well,
Dead and a half. How does that work?
Okay, that means that one leg is dead, the other one is half dead. She's walking around using her knee right now. and that's pretty dead.
yeah.
Don't question it.
Yeah, Nick?
That's not him. See you
Oh,
later.
you heard the noises.
Yeah, sorry about that. Shut up. I'm talking to people, okay?
I died.
Wow,
Yeah.
Heidi was so desperate to join this call that she probably joined as she was heading out, so now all of her colleagues are looking like, what the heck are you talking about?
You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
In fact,
You see,
actually,
Hei-
some of the customers were doing the same thing, so...
Oh, God! Sorry.
you see, Heidi
You're
went to work
fine,
today,
you're fine.
and then
Hey, I'm out of work, so I don't care at this point.
It's alright, I know. I also know where someone's about to go, so all I can say is, you see, I know my friend, her name was Heidi, and Heidi, she got to work, but then she got to work and she worked really hard, and then when she worked really hard, she sat down for lunch, and then when she started her work shift again, she ended up collapsing because one of her legs sank.
I just know that Nick Zilla is. I just know that Nick Zilla is in the Twitch chat.
He's there right now, and he was mentioning, what about Slacking? Yes, Slacking's another tank, although he's built as more intimidating rather than other things. I mean, he is the Pokemon with the highest CP ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's actually not wrong.
Oh my God! Not
What?
that one. 174
What?
and no.
Yeah.
what?
I was trying to.
What's
I was,
Larvesta's-
I was trying to hype up in the. I was trying to hype up in the other way. You know, it's like, oh my God, it's not one. I've got to 100 of these. As we said before, I'm increasing the population of Larvesta.
Now that I think about it,
Eventually, Larvesta is going to become an invasive species.
But breaking news: local trainer releases infestation of Larvesta into Unova.
The
We
world.
now go over to our local reporter. I'm a huge dick.
Oh, my days.
Oh, better yet, we go to our local correspondent, Ivana Tinkle. No! I loaded up. Camp. All right, where is he? We need to at least see the boy. There's the boy. Come here, corruption. Come here, corruption. You are the best boy. You are best boy.
I know.
You want to know what I'm surprised about, honestly?
what?
When it comes to Pokemon Go, they have Shadow Pokemon, but yet they have not done Shadow Lugia yet.
Maybe that's what they're doing after all these shadows have gone by.
I hope to God that if and when they do Shadow Lugia, that they use the XD model.
I think
for
everybody-
Lugia.
Yes.
I think everybody would be liking that. So, Heidi, how are you doing?
Donk.
Donk. That's a good answer.
Okay. That's best response. Not now, bonk!
Not now, Scout.
175!
It's
No.
Not
damn it.
I am looking forward to passing out at home. I'm a bear.
That's the best response you can give.
Exactly.
That's the secret word of the day.
As on the bed.
Yes.
The secret word of the day is unconscious.
Yeah. That's now.
Oh, no worries, Hannah.
Yeah, good winner.
Oh no, officer, there's no problem here.
Fine, but still, let's go over to our local reporter, Ivana Tinkle. Ivana?
I found a redacted. Who goes there?
Yet.
Oh, it's Nickzilla!
Hi, Nick.
What's around, Nick?
Snarky and my Discord is all the way down.
In other words, we're either too loud or he just came out of one that was too loud.
No, saying I come in, I couldn't even hear anyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, yeah, that's a Discord thing.
No, it's just my computer being stupid. Lately, I've been having some audio issues.
Really? Because I've been having that issue from time to time with my phone.
No, just in general, like, if I open up the app, then I can't hear the audio. If I open up YouTube, I can't hear the audio.
Oh.
So it boils down to me having to unplug and plug back in my headset.
Oof.
So, yeah.
Ooh.
Something might be wrong with the way that your audio or that your computer.
What was that, Heidi?
I am on Pokemon Go and I'm facing the Team Go Rocket Leader Cliff.
Oh, what is it with everyone?
No.
Why is it with everyone fighting leaders? I can't find anything right now.
The last leader I was able to beat was Arlo, and I almost beat Giovanni, but that damn Suicune.
Oh, your friend's doing your friend's doing as well?
Yeah, he had a Persian Nidoking, which I was able to take out no problem. I had to tank it through with my Melmetal, and I almost got it with my Leafeon, but the damn Suicune knew Ice Fang, so that was out of the question.
Yeah, there's a thing about that one, Heidi. The leaders are not your Team Rocket grunts. They actually know how to use the shields.
In other words, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
Which is why I always try to take out their shields as quickly as possible to make it easier.
Yeah, no, like, use a Pokemon that's, like, for their, like, to fight their Persian, I think what I try to do is use a Pokemon that's tough, but at the same time it knows, the fast charged attacks.
Just go with what I did when I faced Arlo. Just bring a Flareon.
Well, wait a minute.
I prefer to use
Tough, really tough. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to the Guildmaster.
Please.
Most ancient power.
Yeah.
Okay, I will admit, Claire is actually what I love for the leaders and the head-on, like the leaders, but the grunts, the Rockets, I mostly find Cliff a lot. That's what I find the most. The other two, I don't know why.
That feeling when you still didn't hatch a shiny Larvesta.
Oh, she's
Thank you! Wait a minute!
Oh, wait a minute!
I recognize that bloody woodpecker!
Woodpecker?
Wait, I believe that
Woody
it was
Woodpecker.
a woodpecker, I believe, right?
Woody Woodpecker.
No, it wasn't Woody Woodpecker. I know it was from Looney Tunes.
Not even Looney Tunes either.
Was it Castle Crashers?
This was from an old Disney film called The Three Caballeros.
Oh God, I forgot.
Oh, I think I know what that is.
Oh.
I think I know what that
For
is.
some reason, I was thinking, I know he fought a duck. No, that's not Daffy Duck. It was Donald Duck. That's it. That's a great stream. Thank you for coming. Go get yourselves.
That's all, folks.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime.
Hello, my ragtime girl.
The only time I've ever seen someone do this much shiny hunting is do a lot of shiny hunting in Pokemon Home.
If you refuse me, baby, you'll lose me.
Wow.
Thank you.
What?
Now I hear
Someone knows their Looney Tunes.
I also heard Heidi screaming in the background.
Sorry.
It's all right. What's up, Heidi? I heard you in slight upsetness.
I'm surrounded by chaos, and I lost to a fucking Tyranitar! That was a Pokemon!
Yeah, that would
Hey,
do
don't feel
it.
bad. Tyrannosaurs are fucking beasts.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Hi.
They are. Not now, Stewie Griffin.
To be honest, I don't think it would be any shame to lose to Tyranitar. He is a pseudo-legendary.
Yeah, well, just be glad it's not Garchomp.
Oh my god, Giovanni's Garchomp is annoying.
Oh yeah, I forgot he...
I never fought his Garchomp. I think last...
Wait, he has a Garchomp?
Last time I fought him, he actually used a Persian, a Ductrio, and the Suicune. That's literally what he fought me last time.
The second Pokemon is either a Nidoking, Garchomp, or Dugtrio. His last Pokemon's the Suicune.
Hug for the Heidi.
No shinies yet?
Nope, not yet. We're on 179.
I guess Heidi has nowhere to hide.
Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Go to the room!
We are just about to reach the 180, which Chris is going to do once he realizes he's not going to get another shiny.
Also, right now there's a raid for the Alolan. By the way, right now, next close by where I live, there's a raid for an Alolan Executor.
The giant Imo tree!
Oh, I've got like 3 of those already.
Oh, yes, it's the giant skyscraper.
Take a guess.
No.
Nope.
It's a dud.
It's another dud. Don't worry, I'm making Larvestas a common thing in the main Sword and Shield Gala region. Everything's fine now. We increased population.
Apparently, in about an hour, there's going to be a level 5 raid happening close to where I live.
Oh.
And something tell me it's going to be
Kyurem.
A Kyurem.
Yeah, it's
there's someone at all month.
Although a lot of people are speculating, by the way, for the next raid or whatever. A lot of people have actually been hashtagging in the chat for them to bring back Dialga and Palkia.
Oh, I hope they do.
Yes, please.
I only managed to get Giratina last time around. I want to get Dialga and Palkia.
Or Giratina.
Let's see,
Yeah, Giratina.
But we're forgetting one more of the Gen 4. God.
I do have a Giratina, but in his alternate form.
Yes.
Yes.
You mean the false god?
Oh God!
Lord Helix.
The official god, thank you.
No, false god. Oh, hail Lord Helix!
No, guys, start 9, start 9. We need to pray the other god, Bird Jesus.
Bird Jesus?
Bird Jesus? What?
That was Articuno. They nicknamed it Bird Jesus.
They did.
Wow.
Team Mystic has... Don't worry, Heidi.
Team Mystic has joined the chat.
Yeah.
We need to beat Misty!
Beat Misty, but we're not playing Pokemon 721 yet. Actually, that's a question I need to ask all of you. Have any of you ever heard of that ROM hack before? Pokemon 721?
No.
Nope. I've heard of a lot of ROM hacks. That one I'm not familiar with.
So, what that one is it is a hack of Pokemon Red, but they have made sprite Pokemon of Pokemon Red quality from Gen 1's original 151 and all the way up to Gen 6.
Jesus!
And what happens is you create the file as you want it with what Pokemon around and stuff like that. Then, when you create the file, it will generate 151 random Pokemon to appear in your game, mixing up from different regions. And I saw Brown Man play it, aka Ray from Achievement Hunter, and his starting Pokemon was a Mienshao in Pokemon Red.
Ooh. Damn.
Well, he left.
What's Mienshao?
The evolved form of Mienfu, a pure fighting type from Black and White.
Oh, okay.
AKA, how could you not know my favorite Pokemon? I must end you.
Also, I will admit, when it comes to ROM hack...
Oh, I hear Heidi.
Yeah, I didn't want to say something.
Heidi, what did it?
Yeah, what is it, Heidi?
Yeah, go ahead. I gave the Chris the pats.
Oh.
Allow me to explain to those who are not sure. This is my favorite boy. This one right here.
Why?
I gotta need to catch up with
Did I
the
just hear
stream.
someone ask why?
There you go.
Yes, I asked why.
Oh.
Why?
Well, it's mainly because of my
no.
my actual history with him in Sun and Moon.
Oh.
So I
Go on.
was
What is the
so
history?
I tried my luck with the battle tree in that game, and I kept
God.
falling down hard. As in, I couldn't get past like the 5th trainer on the run. I was like, this is annoying me. So then I went to a Pokemon live stream, and I had some talks with a few people, and a lot of them were saying. They were saying that maybe some fighting-type Pokemon I considered were either Conkeldurr or Mienshao, and I was like, Conkeldurr's slow. I don't like slow Pokemon. It's not my vibe. But then...
You're too slow.
Thank you. So then they turned around, and I said, alright, I'll give Mienshao a try. So, I had a friend of mine who had a Mienshao. He let me... He bred it a bit for me to have one. Then I looked up movesets and made an ideal one. And then I went to a website that did let me create my own Mienshao, and I was like, okay, I've seen how mine is, that did shit. Let me try what people classify as a good god tier and stuff like that. I tried it out, and Mienshao knocked out Blue at the top of the battle tree all by himself without going under half his hit points.
Wow.
Ooh,
After
okay.
that, I was like, this Pokemon is really, really good. And then I did a battle against a YouTuber by the name of Uzi, and he did
I've heard of him.
themed battles, and he did a battle where he was using Archie's Pokemon, aka Team Aqua's leader, including the Kyogre. And the Mienshao knocked out one of his Pokemon, and I felt really happy about that. Although, to be honest, the other end of that was he saw my entire team, which had a Xerneas in it, and he actually mentioned on a call when we finished, he actually said, I really wanted your Xerneas down. That's why I went for the Muck, because I was thinking you were going to sweep with Xerneas. I was like, I'm not that dumb. I know how Xerneas works. You do not send it out first unless you're desperation. And he goes, well, I had Kyogre. Surely that meant something. I said, yeah, but meet my Mienshao. And Mienshao stone-edged 2 of his Pokemon, knocked them out, and he actually mentioned, oh. That was fun. And after that, I just fell in love with Mienshao. And I was like, yes,
You and I are gonna be best friends.
yeah, so I was sort of like, Conkeldurr, yes, you're more powerful. Yes, you are OP compared to other mons, and I understand your appeal, and you are wonderful. But I can't disregard my boy!
Also, going back to what I was gonna say, when it comes to Pokemon ROM hack, there's only one that I mainly played.
And which one was that?
Moemon Leaf Green.
Wait, did you say Moemon?
Yes.
Oy vey!
Oh.
Yeah. What's Moemon?
Let's put it this way. If you like your idea of girls in costumes, Moemon is a Pokemon hack where every single Pokemon is a girl in a Pokemon costume.
That depends on which Pokemon though, because there's some that are actually boys.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, in fairness though, I will admit though, there are some that look really, really good. I will admit though, I do like the one they got for Blaziken, which is quite fun actually. I like that one. But apart from that,
But in what way, I wonder?
well, she's cool, alright?
Well, I will admit, for me, my 2 favorite when I saw them.
Before I have to differ, because I'm home, I gotta say, I guess you want to see Dell in that Blaziken outfit, don't you? Dell?
Hey, but me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am out of
And
here.
with that
But anyway, going from my favorite,
and that's why items are banned. I believe
you got Bubba? Did you have Bubba blowing up in your blood or something? Because that was Johnny's excuse for for losing, for wanting that Iron Fan because the bomb blew up behind him.
I'm hearing a psst.
That's Chris. But anyway, going back to hey.
Sorry.
It's seriously. Can I say what I was saying?
Okay.
Yes, what I was saying is that when it comes to the for the Moimon sprites, my two favorites are Nidoqueen and Blastoise.
I don't think I've seen them because I watched Brownie play that a little bit, but apart from that, no, I haven't seen all of them. Also, I apologize. Anyway, number 185 and 185. 185.
Oh no, Lucio, no!
Oh my God, no!
Oh my God!
Yeah,
alright!
No.
I've actually been trying to contain my excitement here, but I'm actually in a raid against a shiny Pokemon that I'm hoping to get.
Wait, what's shiny?
Gardevoir.
What?
Oh.
Wait, like, as soon as I saw this Gardevoir, I was like, mami.
Wow.
Señorita, come on over here.
Now
and at this moment, I realize I've been watching too much Eddie VR.
For Romhax, there's only been one I've had played, and I loved it. Light Platinum.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I've heard a little bit about that one, but not a great deal. But I've heard it's praised a lot. But then again, there's a load of other ones. In fact, I think there is one that create. Well, actually, there is another one I'd rather not go into, but it's more of that if you're willing to go with memes and rude gestures.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know which one you're going on about.
Pokemon Clover.
Clover? What's wrong with that one?
So.
A lot of memes.
Pokemon Clover is a fire red and leaf green ROM hack. But here's the thing about it: every Pokemon that's in it is a fan-made Pokemon. But they're not afraid to go
profane or not.
Yeah, but they're not afraid to go into memes, rude gestures, even going into creepypasta. By that, well, okay, let me put it this.
The sounds of it is his Pokemon Reddit edition.
You're not far off actually with that description. Well, let's put it this way.
Pokemon
Here
Reddit.
are some of the lovable Pokemon. One of the
Wait a minute.
One of the starters.
I just thought of something.
Oh, no.
I just realized I made a funny Pokemon Reddit.
That's what Nick was going with, sort of. Yeah, but no, Nick is right there. But some of the Pokemon included, like the grass starter in that game is a purple eggplant type of thing, but it has a tree going right out of its ass between the crack. And yeah, so that's the disturbing one. But then you've got the flat-out creepy one, where one of them is basically a Nurse Joy head with a zombie-style look, and its eyes gouged out.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If you're going to look that up, reader beware. That is my lovable head.
Oh God.
But I will say some of them are
Do it at your own
some
peril.
of them are pretty funny because one of them actually did take a Pokemon from there. If you're familiar with SMG4,
yes.
If you remember they had a legendary Pokemon which was a Pingus.
Yes.
Pingus originated from Pokemon Clover. That's
stupid.
Yeah, the Pingus Pokemon originated from Pokemon Clover. However, I will give credit to where it's due. They generally have their legendary Pokemon really cool, although one of them is the equivalent of a otaku abomination.
Oh God.
Oh no.
I think I know what you're on about.
Oh, I feel very uncomfortable
Yeah,
now.
I won't go any further. All I can say is
No, not that. I just caught the Gardevoir, but I come to find out it's a dude.
Oh.
I'm like, and I whistled to a dude. Oh, God.
Hey, mamacita. Oh no. It's literally you go with.
Is that right here?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
187. No.
You got cheese.
Hopefully I'll have better luck in Pokemon Home. I've been doing a lot of trading in that. So's my girlfriend. She's been getting like shiny after shiny of that.
Lucky her. More luck than I've ever had.
Well, I mean, I did get a shiny myself in Home. I got a shiny Dusclops.
Oh, you...
What's a shiny?
Wait, did I really hear that?
Yes.
Did I hear someone ask what's a shiny?
What?
Good.
Excuse me.
Please tell me you're kidding when you say that, sir or madam.
How dareth thee?
No. Let's all be fair. Now tell me, what the hell were you smoking?
Whatever it is, I want some of it, please.
Do you want the full answer?
No. Okay, no, explain to Doggo. Explain. The short version is it's just essentially a rarer form of a Pokemon that if most people get them, it's mostly a bragging right issue. But for a lot of them, they are generally. There are some of them that look really, really cool to have, and others are just like you just want them to show off. In the short, you can see on my screen there, you can see in the target, that is what Shiny Larvesta looks like. Instead of a red spike, it's a gold spike instead.
What's
I found a Scorpion.
Corona turns from more orange to yellow. In other words, it's like Larvesta, but it turns into a lighter shade of yellow. Oh, and Dingleberries is attacking Chlorophyte.
Oh.
Wait, Dingleberries? Dingleberry.
What
did I do?
Dingleberries.
I'd laugh if you went in the chat and went, "Hi, neighbor."
Like a good neighbor, stay over there.
Also, just sounding very British. Well, of course, it's a beautiful British chat. After all, I am beautiful British. Oh! No!
Dingleberry.
That was Hannah who said that.
Sonic Hannah.
So hopefully...
There's only one answer to that. Very good parents! Very good parents!
Titties! On a side...
You gotta be on drugs.
By the way, on a side note, do you actually know that Butch Hartman actually does commissions now?
Yes.
Yeah, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents is now doing artwork, and essentially you can you give him a request that you want to do, then one of his financial helpers will come back and tell you what the price of it is. If you pay him the money, he will draw your commission in the style of Fairly Odd Parents.
Well, in his traditional style, anyway.
Well, if he's having a financial advisor get back to you on that, I can only imagine it's probably going to be like 3 digits right there. At tops.
I don't know too much about it. All I know is the fact that also Butch has actually been teaming up with a load of. He's actually been doing interviews with some YouTubers. He's actually interviewed Dahi Denogla and Terrorizer, and he's also done an interview with the two who do Death Battle.
Yeah, because Danny Phantom has to fight the American.
Yep.
Wait, who said he's even?
What?
Somebody was speaking and going, he's even. He's even.
What?
You know what? I'm going crazy. I'm just going to sit here in my chair and go, bah!
I mean, an interview with Terrorizer and Nogla, that must have been something else.
He did them one at a time, but he also drew thumbnails in their style. And one of the other he did the one for Terrorizer is Butch Hartman actually has questions asking Terrorizer, who's on a question podium.
That was actually pretty funny.
And now there's a pit of at my Pokemon Go.
Everyone is playing Pokemon Go while I'm just running in circles.
Everyone's playing Pokemon. I'm driving.
And I'm just enjoying my beautiful dusk form Lycanroc.
What?
Well, yeah, there's a daytime, nighttime, and dusk form Lycanroc.
Oh no, he knows that.
Daytime.
Next time.
Daytime.
Don't forget the other one most famous of that. Da-da, da-da, more cello, Roger. More cello. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You need to go louder, cello. That's better. Oh, yeah, there is the other one, a prairie dog going up and yelling for its mom, and someone just stops over it going, Alan! Oh, wait, that's Steve. Steve!
Also, right now, the only thing I'm doing right now before I go is just watching my little red and white dragon flying around me.
Red and white wagon.
Look.
Red and white.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait. Oh no. I just realized something.
What?
Man, with an
Since I have a
instrument
super rocket tracker, super rocket radar on Pokemon Go, I'm always going to be fighting Giovanni until I beat him.
Well,
Or imposter Giovanni.
well, I mean, you could always disable the radar and then put the other one up, because if you don't put a radar up, you'll find a grunt. So if you just want to fight a grunt for a nice easy time, you can easily do that. On a side note, I have a lot of 6 IV Larvestas. Who wants one?
I'm good.
Also, the fact
I guess the
that,
rockets. If you have no radars, it's a grunt. No rocket radar, it's gonna be one of the executor.
I should also point out that I don't have the right Pokemon to fight Giovanni with.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I did my fair few of Giovanni, and I stopped after the Shadow Entei, because I was like, this is not worth it in my view. Yes, you're saving their Pokemon, but I'm like, I can't do this!
I'm gonna say this, I'm surprised it's not a Shadow Mewtwo.
Don't give them ideas!
No.
You know what? I think I think Markiplier said it best. No. And then Niantic come up with a picture of Shadow Mewtwo. Yes. Oh, what? I can see that happening.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Do you remember me?
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Pokemon Go.
Hello, everybody.
Also, speaking of, by the way, speaking of
Brownie,
speak.
No, let
Speaking
Alex
of,
speak. Go ahead.
speaking of that quote, they actually reanimated Team Fabulous too.
Yeah, they did.
yes,
that would.
I was wanting to bring that up.
Yeah, the reanimated of that.
For what reasons?
Well, it's the fact that it is one of the biggest Gmod ever videos of inspiration.
Oh wait, Team Fabulous 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yes.
They reanimated that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Proof want to train Pokemon Go? What?
What?
I gonna.
That Twitch that.
Yeah, I gonna be bugging with. I am a robot. I am. Oh wait, maybe.
Alrighty
maybe
then.
I'll do it properly.
Oh, man.
Alrighty then. I'll see ya. Boom.
Christ, I'm pissed.
You are fat.
Steady.
Next time, eat a salad.
I shall send my condolences to your kangaroo wife.
I will send my condolences to your kangaroo wife.
I swear, I did that.
Thanks, Mike.
Alright, everyone. Okay, calm down. We're getting a little out of control here. Oh.
Yeah, we sort of are.
Maybe a little bit there.
A little is an understatement.
Yeah, well, then again, for nearly 3 hours, we've been running around. Well, I've been running around.
You're right,
So
sir.
it has been madness.
You're right, circles, while we were saying random shit.
For 3 hours, Brownie has been playing NASCAR while waiting for Pokemon to hatch.
That is a pretty accurate representation.
I mean, you're not wrong.
They're making a left turn. They're making another left turn. They're making another left turn.
Come back after.
I wonder what's going to happen
Come
next.
back after the break. You won't.
Left turn, right turn. Wait, what?
No.
You ain't gonna miss a fucking thing.
Holy shit! Oh wait, no, come back here. I can. Oh my god!
I can see
Comedy Central. I can see Cartman.
I can see Cartman.
I can see Kenny.
I can see Kenny.
Oh, he just got killed.
Oh, you just got killed.
Hello? Hello?
That's Hannah back.
Yeah!
I'm back!
Hi, back. Hi, back. I'm Dad.
Back again.
Why did you name it this way?
Hannah's back. Back
Yep,
again.
I'm back.
Are you
Not
hungry?
again.
Are you hungry? No, I'm
Who
crazy.
just left? Who just left? Who just left?
Nick.
Okay, let's enough.
Yeah, I think we were getting a little.
What did I miss so far?
And Nick is gone.
I made a comment about
and
how
utter
Brownie is
chaos.
playing
I bet.
So,
We're being so funny.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. Yeah, guys, can we control what everyone's getting at, please?
Yeah.
I just want to know what happened so far.
Not exactly what you'd expected.
No
Random
shiny
stuff,
yet.
but besides that, nothing much.
Yeah.
Day 13. Still no shiny.
Oh, I big bro some hugs.
Right here.
I'm giving you some hugs.
Appreciate it, but it's generally not making me feel that much better. What? I don't know, why do people put up with this? I don't know why people do this. Oh wait, I'm the sad one.
Because reasons.
Because I'm the one who wants my shiny bug. But no, I could have chosen my favorite fighting type, and then we would have kept hearing. I don't know.
Also, Hannah.
Yeah.
I've gone through the pain and I've been going through the pain and suffering that is trying to defeat Giovanni.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, Nick.
Well, I just defeated a grunt with a Tauros, a Sableye, and a Rhyhorn.
That's cool. Critical, okay.
Wants a shiny, so Brownie can go home.
I did say.
I'm already at home.
No, when I mean I want to go home, I want to load up Pokemon Home.
Okay.
Maybe at this point I should put the game down and beat someone on Tetris Attack just for the sake of de-stressing. 195. No.
Dang it. Should we stop at 200?
I'm tempted to stop at either 200 or 222.
222.
Okay, I want to quickly voice my opinion on something. The first fairy fighting type needs to be more champion in 2-2.
I'm not Gulpin.
Gulpin. Gawp.
And I'm a lady has helped me catch it.
No,
Oh, wait. I love it. I love it that your Pokemon, your friend Pokemon can actually help you out, like helping out catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
I love that feature.
Also, Ian, why do I see in the corner of where my text box is? All I can see is a partial courtroom scene.
Oh, it's Edward dancing. Don't worry.
It's who dancing?
That's
oh my
God!
What?
In our Discord, there is an Edgeworth dancing gif. Wait, is that when he updates the autopsy report?
Damn your dwarf and your updated autopsy report!
Oh, sorry. I forgot to update the autopsy report. I got the recent one in. Damn you! You're one of them, aren't you? Damn it! You're one of them, aren't you? What are they paying you? I'll double it. I'll give you anything you want. Money, women, men.
Woman?
Well, we're almost hitting 200. I know we're almost hitting 200. Sly, did you get it? Yeah, I did, Bentley. We got it all sorted. So, where's our next objective? Disney World. Don't worry. Hey, Fly, hold on. If you move another step forward, you'll suffer an acute combustion. Is that bad? Fine, but I want you.
Oh God! Wasn't that from? Wasn't that from? The one that traveled through time?
No, that was from the very first one, actually.
Well, I just caught a Sudowoodo on Pokemon Go.
The what?
A Sudowoodo.
Why is everyone talking about Pokemon I already have? I've completed Gen 1's Pokédex.
I didn't.
Higher CP?
That's your problem then.
Wow.
Hey.
You mentioned Pokemon from Gen 2 and not Gen 1.
Now, be nice. Be nice.
Okay.
I'm bringing out the hammer.
No, not the hammer. Not now.
No,
not the bad hammer.
No.
Not the habit discipline.
I can.
Why did
I'll bring this. I'll bring this together your hammer.
Why did we give her that thing?
By herself. 197.
197.
Excuse me, who invited you to bring out the banhammer? Let's see. Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I.
Wait. Why do you all have it? Us, ourselves, and we. Oh, jeez. I remember that from Animaniacs. I'm getting rather bored. I read this magazine, and if we don't get there real soon, I think I'm gonna scream, oh, wishing star, it's getting worse. So if we don't get there real soon, we'll sing another verse.
That's like...
Wait, what's that?
That's Wacko's Wish! That's Wacko's Wish!
Yeah,
oh my
Yakko's
god!
Wish.
I still remember that. That's awesome.
Wacko's Wish. I remember that movie.
I want to rewatch that, but I can't seem to find that anywhere.
I actually have a compilation of Animaniacs, and I think it actually did include the Wacko's Wish movie. So there's a way for you to
Hey,
find
by
it.
the way, I actually have a fun fact for you about Wacko's voice actor. Did you know that Wacko has been in the Crash Bandicoot series?
Yeah.
Which character was that? Which character was the voice?
Well, he played two voices, and in fact, one of them he played Wawa in Wrath of Cortex. He was the Wind Mask. Paladin. And the other role that he played is he is actually the current voice actor of Crash Bandicoot. He is Mr. Insane Trilogy Crash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Followed me surprised.
Okay, so in the last convention I went to, I actually met the voice actor for Pinky and Yakko.
You met Rob Paulson and
yes.
who was the other one? I know who it is.
No, Rob Paulson was both.
No.
Yeah, Rob Paulson
No,
did
Rob
both.
Paulson didn't do Pinky and the Brain. He did Pinky.
No, I said Pinky and
Pinky
Yakko.
and Yakko.
Sorry, instinct.
You derped.
You
Paladin, help
I
me.
get it.
Liam, help me.
What?
Hi, Paladin.
Pinky on the brain. It's Pinky on the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane.
The laboratory mice, the genes have been spliced. The Pinky and the brain. We're like one big, happily semi-dysfunctional family.
Okay, then who's the daddy?
I think my speaking to
1, 2, 3, not it!
Not it.
It's gonna be you, Chris.
1, 2, 3, not me.
Not it.
I call dibs on being the grandpa.
Why grandpa?
Because despite being relatively young, I am the oldest out of my friend.
Oh.
In terms of maturity, anyway, and advice, because they come to me for advice, even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
Maybe we should call you Uncle Grandpa. Good morning. That show was too weird to be classed as a cartoon. That was classed as an acid trip.
No kidding.
I mean, I saw how that show ended. That's not an ending. That was literally all the heroes getting tucked into a sandwich because they thought they were being in a bed. Then a big giant comes up and goes, "Well, I guess it's the end of the show. Hey, see you later." Wait, what? And the end. And that's it. That's how the final episode ends.
I remember there was the Universe and Uncle Grandpa crossover.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to talk about. Yeah.
No.
That episode.
No.
Delete.
No. Paladin, I make a request to you, my friend. Get the axe! Gentlemen, behold, I have attached a bunch of deer antlers to my head. Why? 'Cause of your mama, Steve! Get the axe!
My God!
Instead of the axe, I got the hammer.
No, we don't need it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, number 200!
Stop it! No.
It's a dud.
Well,
should I get the hammer out?
What Hannah said.
Should I get the hammer out?
No.
Meanwhile, I just.
Should I get the hammer out? No.
Meanwhile, I catch a little caterpillar.
Oh.
Caterpillar?
I got a caterpie.
Get my Caterpie, please.
And that caterpie
Don't
sucks.
bug me with a caterpie for flying types wins easy.
Good luck with muck and its poison gas. Make one wrong move and it'll
Make
kick
one
your
wrong
grass.
move and it'll kick you. What kind of Pokemon are you? How do you do the things you do?
Some of the songs were rather strange.
Help me.
I would if I could, but I can't, so I shan't.
No,
You know
the
what?
expression is, I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't.
I mean, I'm trying to make it rhyme. Also, I
Something's
heard it
wrong
on
with
Big
that
Bang
rap.
Theory.
That's how that one goes. Unless you prefer the Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Matata, Ferrosaur, Pidgey, Seeking, Jolteon, Dragon, Ghastly, Ponyta, Vaporeon, Poliwag, Butterfree.
Gotta catch 'em all.
All of a sudden, wait, do you not know the other? Shiny! 201!
201!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Nightmare is over.
That's it! Oh, yes!
It's
Right.
201.
Now then,
We finally
ladies and
got it.
gentlemen, no, guys, we're not over yet. There's one more thing to
What?
do.
Name.
Oh,
You
no.
named
We
it.
gotta name it.
Alright.
And if I recall, we have two names.
It's my submission versus
Actually,
Hannah's.
there was a third.
What?
Really?
Wait a second. So we have okay. Oh, I need to double check its name. So let's see. We have the following names. We have Fluffy. That was whose name?
Mine.
Fluffy was Cora's. Then we got Flare.
That's
And
mine.
then I believe we have Heidi's one, which was either Tiger Lily or Gold Rush.
Ooh. Gold Rush.
Yeah, well, it works there.
As in that one payload map in Team
We don't
Fortress 2.
talk about that one yet. So here's here's how we're gonna do this. I have a D6.
Uh-oh.
So here's how this is gonna work.
Also, since we finally got it, here's something.
That was the Sonic video. It was bred for 5 IVs, maxed out all but speed last I checked. Okay, well, just to let you know, that was 201.
Yeah, no,
Alright, so...
Wait, 201 and Larvestas. That sounds like a horrible Pokemon knockoff of 101 Dalmatians.
And that's why I made the joke earlier. It only took us 100 extra.
Alright, so here's what's going to be. If it's a 1 or a 2, if it's a 1 or a...
Here's
so here's what's going to happen. If it's a 1 or a 2, it'll be Fluffy. 3 or 4, Flare. 5 or 6, I've chosen to go with Gold Rush. Yeah,
Well,
Tiger Lily is a nice name, but I want to stick with the idea of it being a golden. So we've got Fluffy, Flare, or Gold Rush. So 1 or 2, Fluffy. 3 or 4, Flare. 5 or 6, Gold Rush. And to make it absolutely fair, in fact, wait, let me double check which.
Come on, 7.
Okay, I'd say it's my actual laptop camera, so it's going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to roll it, and I'm going to pick it up without turning it. So, you know what? Theon, count from 3.
3, 12, 47, 63. Wait, give me a down. 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I have the number. And with the number, this is unfixed on everything. The number is it's 4. It's Flare.
Cool.
Flare is the winning name.
Hannah wins, and nobody's happy.
So in fact, Hannah herself wasn't even cheering.
I thought it was gonna be someone else.
No,
Okay.
well, it's Flare, but let's have a look at the boy, and it is. That's perfect. Attack stat.
Wait,
it's
perfect?
5 IV with attack as decent, but he has no attacking moves. He has special attacks. That's perfect.
Oh, that is.
He is the perfect boy.
How do you like that?
You know what? Given the method you went through to hatch to hatch this boy.
Yeah, it needed to be a good boy, you know.
And given one of the names that was a candidate, I guess your method of hatching a shiny is the gold standard.
But
can we end the stream with a murder, please?
What? No.
If you want, I can load up Pokemon Kingdom. You can kill me there.
Not now.
I got that hammer.
Well, before we end the stream, we have. Wait,
Pizza?
Paladin, go looky on Twitter, Chris. What did you do, Paladin?
Paladin, no, don't.
What did you?
No,
Paladin, you have tagged me in something.
I have.
Now, why on earth would you tag me with the...
Uh-oh.
Paladin, what'd you do?
Paladin?
Yep.
Paladin!
Yep.
I have one word for you.
Why?
Go on.
To sum up what he's just sent me, Paladin's showing me the new game I think he's playing.
What is it?
He's playing
What is it?
Sword Art Online, Alicization Lycris. AKA the newest one.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Paladin.
PTSD.
What?
Paladin.
I'm confused right now.
Yeah.
Paladin. I only have one simple response for you. No, shit! No, hello, I lost it. Well, before we end the stream, we have 5 eggs left to hatch. We
What?
let's
Another shiny chance for another
yeah, we
shiny.
might as well see what the numbers 202 to 207 are going to give us.
Oh boy.
Mamma mia!
So we did it. 201. We absolutely got it. And who bounced?
And I.
Who do you think?
Paladin, please help me. I miss seeing you physically, dude. You're my best friend. I miss you. No, I genuinely mean it, guys, because I actually mean it like this. Paladin is actually one of my real life friends who I get to see.
That's awesome.
In fact, a fun fact. You actually guys, in fact, the best part about this is I met Paladin by going to a tournament where he kicked my ass. No, it's generally true.
Yep.
Basically, when Cardfight Vanguard was just beginning, I had a barely functional deck. Liam had a brilliantly functional Royal Paladin deck, and he whooped my butt.
Yep.
And when we found out we were walking to the bus stop together, we just got to talking, and then we found each other again. And then we just... Well, I don't know. Did you get stuck with me, or did I get stuck with you?
You both got stuck with each other.
Yes.
You're not trapped in here with me.
In fact...
Okay. I am not trapped in a room with a bunch of robots. You are all trapped in here with me.
I am not trapped in a facility full of robots. You're all trapped in here with me.
Well, guys, you can always have the ST. You can always have the ST Black version. I am trapped in a factory filled of robotic unicorns. I need some help. Is nice. What the fuck? Oh, don't forget the best song of the whole thing. You captured my point. Help me defend by capping this point. Cannot burn me defending this point. This is a campground. This is my point. Go back to France. This is my point. Go back to Calgary. This is my point. Go back to Scotland. Is not a real country. You are an Englishman with a dress. that is a song that was made there. Although you could always have the other version of oh yeah, now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me. Never gonna crap with a battlefield. It feels so gay without me. Stupid idea to take soldier.
Stupid idea to take
This is a mission for the 2 men. 1, 2, 3. What the good day? Ah no. Heavy, go back to Canada is not possible.
Well, I gotta go, guys. Gotta get dinner.
Okay.
So, bye.
I'm gonna go too because I am in desperate need of foodstuffs.
Okay, well let me.
Okay, bye. Well, it was a fun stream. So goodbye to the people on the stream and who are watching the stream.
Also, I just realized one thing, Thean.
Yeah.
Because I got the shiny now, that means my shiny hunting stream is now over. That means next week is officially free.
Oh boy. Just gotta figure out if Lucy's available next week then.
Yes.
So I guess next time you want to do a stream, you might as well sing.
Well, no, the reason we're bringing that up is because, me and Thean, we've actually managed to get Dokapon working and saving, so there is a high possibility that next Sunday we might be doing a live stream playthrough of the story mode of Dokapon Kingdom.
Woo! Dokapon!
Friendships are guaranteed to be ruined, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
The only issue part though is there was a third one, but they've been roped into work on the other days, but they're gonna try to see if they can get it off. Otherwise, it looks like it might be just Thean and me, but we want to have more people. So,
hey, come in.
Well, do you have the emulator or the ROM?
That would be a problem because I just need to find Dolphin and the working ROM.
We'll get you hooked up.
Sounds like Alex is one of them. Now, the thing is, it can be a 4-player, so we just need to find a 4th victim. I mean, a 4th friend to ruin. I mean...
Oh my god.
Let's see. I need a good friend who can put up with all this crap, who is perfectly adept, can put up with the bad jokes, and is willing to do this for a long time. Liam, help!
I will admit something for Pokemon Kingdom. I did play it a bit on. It was actually on the PS2. I played the PS2 version on emulator, and because I just didn't give a crap about the AI, I was just minding my own business, beating some monsters, and maybe cheating a bit by putting the control the AI whenever they go Darkling just to get the items. And then after that, when I got all the Darkling items, I just didn't give a crap about the AI and just beat the story.
Yeah,
that was it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the second to last egg. And this is...
Not a shiny.
Funny enough, no. I would say my heart sank, but I have my shiny, so I'm happy right now.
So your heart float.
Yes, he float. Huh.
Also, since we're collecting eggs,
Wait, what would it be? Wait a minute. It wouldn't float. It would flutter.
So, Paladin, on a side note, how are you, friend?
Yeah, not the bad.
That's good. That's good. Will you be coming by to watch a D&D session tomorrow?
I may.
Oh, that's good. You miss. Well, the fact that none of them are all here, you will look forward to the day when I kill all the players. I mean, when they summon their dragons, which is a good idea.
Oh gosh, I need.
Not a word.
Hear that?
Wow.
What? They have to learn the consequences of their errors. All right, the last egg. Can it possibly be?
You will give me an egg.
Can you give me a shiny?
You will give me an egg.
Thank you.
Funny, hey guys, guess what?
it's not a shiny.
It is one. Not.
What?
No, it's not.
I knew it.
Oh, buddy, you trickster you.
I
knew it.
I wanted some.
You trickster
fun.
you.
So now I have to figure out what the hell. Oh, really?
But you know what?
Really?
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, Chris? Well, I want somebody once told me.
God damn it!
What were you gonna say, Brownie?
Look at the IVs on the last Larvesta.
This last Larvesta is literally perfect.
Let me see this.
Oh my god, it's
best across the board. It is a maxed out.
Holy!
Maxed out. Boy.
So he's a keeper.
Let it go.
He might not be shiny, but he's a keeper.
He's definitely a keeper. Can we have a look at that boy? Dog.
He is a mixer.
In fact, there's your major difference, by the way. So instead of red spikes and blue eyes, it goes gold spikes and green eyes. It gets contact lenses and it decides to get hotter.
Either that or it went to the hairstylist and got its hair dyed.
Let's see, does it have any other part to it? Is the fur a different shade? Okay, the fur is a lighter shade, but it's minuscule to notice.
It's barely noticeable.
It's an insignificant change.
I don't believe it. We actually got a shiny live on stream.
How do you feel after that, Brownie?
2 live streams.
Do you want to know the honest truth?
What?
I was about ready to quit after this last batch of eggs.
Oh,
I was literally on my, if we don't get it by 222, I am stopping.
Good thing you did
Well,
stop.
I guess I'll reset the game now.
No, why would you torture yourself?
Because I'm Brownie!
Oh.
By the way, who was the one who asked what's Tetris Attack? Oh, that person's not here anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Wait, what was that, Paladin?
Yeah, I just need to find some in this at the minute.
Well, let's see. You know what? I need some.
Namely, the ability to upgrade my sacred arts.
He's playing Sudit.
Yep.
Sudit.
Sude online. I know what I said.
Okay. Or do you?
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Let's see if I can go find out how to do
Let's
this.
see. You know what? For the sake of lols, I'm just going to show the Tetris because I genuinely want to take out my frustration on how much that took.
Oh, dear.
And I am going to leave now because I am hungry.
Hey, does anybody else have?
Quiet.
Bye, guys.
By the way,
Bye-bye.
Does anybody want to Tetris with me?
Give me a moment.
That's just attack?
It was checking to make sure I could play the software.
Yeah.
by the way, is it me or did it show the buttons with the colors of the Super Famicom?
Huh, now you know. Oh, hi, Thean.
Hello.
See you there.
I will give myself up to the slaughter.
Yay! Now, how do I set this up?
Let's see.
Is there any way I can bring up the set this up?
I believe. Tell you while you wait. I'll set up a passcode.
Oh.
Do.
In other words, Brownie, get on point, stupid.
Get on point, stupid!
Okay, I can begin playing while I wait. You'll be notified when a friend
I'm
joins.
coming online now. Okay, play online. Are you anywhere?
Incoming!
Please tell me you have a thingy. There is a thing for Thean.
I do have a
Thean,
thing.
code.
The whole right side.
369.
369.
Charge down, Thean.
Johnny Thean, your save data will not be affected. What save data? There's barely any for Tetris Attack.
Depending on the signal quality between you and the person you're playing.
That's nice.
That's fine.
So in other words, is this one? What the hell?
This is a cursor. I'm gonna guess that you've never played online with the SNES before.
No.
You can get a cursor up and you can clap by moving the right stick.
That's clever. Okay, so start up the game. Do you even know how to set up the bomb?
Nope.
All right. Oh, he figured it out. All right.
Even though they released that game, they didn't bother translating it.
You want to start medium?
I've never played this before. Might as well.
Just so you know, the character is all about looks. That's.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
Okay, so.
Oh, hey, look, it's Blair.
Okay, so. Okay. Don't pick that.
Also,
this is close to my name.
Also, if people are familiar with Smash Bros, that's where the character Lip comes from.
Yeah, that's where Lipstick came from. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Well, there's Stick and the character itself.
Long story short, Thean, don't let the blocks hit the top, and you need to connect 3 in a row somewhere.
Oh, I've played this before. I suck.
Oh, good.
Have fun.
This was released. It was some interesting reskin of this in North America. Like, I know there's Attack with Yoshi. There was Puzzle League and Puzzle Challenge with Pokemon.
What? Can you just fall down nicely, please? Oh, you're listening to me. Thank you. Fall down. I mean, go up. I mean, maybe.
Oh, go down. Go somewhere.
Could you not? Hey!
Oh,
You forgot to look up top!
Yeah, no, I didn't. I did.
Why am I getting Mean Bean Machine
It's
vibes from
close
this?
to it, but not quite. Right, okay, I've had enough of this.
Yeah. No wonder I started winning all of a sudden.
Why can't I feel my everything?
Oh.
Eat this! I used to be really good at this.
What happened? Did you take an arrow to the knee and remove your skill of the game?
Funny enough, no.
You got rusty at it?
Sort of.
That's okay.
I set this on the squash banana. Why are you not looking at top?
Because I'm looking at the bottom.
Booyah! Booyah, 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 booyah. You know what?
Booyah. Okay,
yeah,
well.
that level is, by the way, that level is how fast the stack rises, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Level 10 me.
Oh,
you want to go 10? You want to go hardcore?
I am insane!
I love the fact that it's only now that you frame mentioned
Well, he
it.
didn't ask!
I could have told them.
You know what?
Oh my god!
You know what? You know what?
Going hardcore!
I'll have some lip. You're really asking for this one, you know that. Oh god, the other colors.
I know.
Where am I going?
You're going somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere, alright. I'm going down! Going down! Hey!
Hey! How did I win?
I didn't realize how much you were sending. I was like, I can afford one. Shit, that's a double!
I didn't even know how I sent all that. That's the best part.
Well, I'm glad you realized your fundamental error in all of this statement, because I've certainly realized mine.
Oh shit, I should send that the wrong way.
Why can't Fanku get here?
Next!
Next round?
1-all! There, that went better! Okay, now let's try this again. Let's see, where do I want to go? There we go. Ikaza! Ikaza! Full combo!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And that's time! 11 seconds!
Okay.
Because
I got my ass handed to me.
You see what I mean by addicting, by the way, Thean?
Alright, I kind of see it. I feel like if I could understand how to play this game and, like, the best way to do so, I could probably...
Go to level 1 and you can go it a lot slower.
Okay.
Yep, the lower the level, the slower it will rise up. The higher the level, the faster it will rise.
Hey, my stage! Oh, I picked the wrong character. Damn it. Oh well. So the best part is follow the combo where the blocks will fall. That's my tip. You can also raise the stack, by the way, by pressing the shoulder button, which will give you more to play with. But the downside is it gives you a risk.
Yeah, I understand the risk versus the reward at least.
Yeah, you give more block, but your stack will be higher.
That's it. Try this. How's this?
Okay.
How's this?
I didn't realize that they became different colored blocks when they did that.
So how it works is, if it's a one layer, if they'll have a block that touches it, they'll transform into another set. But if they're thicker... Oh wow, you got a combo. Hey! Yeah, if they're thick boys... Yeah, I know what I said.
The bigger the garbage you send, the more time we'll take to get rid of them, or you could turn it into garbage
if you take
again.
a look at that thick one, by the way, that means if you connect your blocks to it, it will transform one row into the blocks, but then you still have to do it again to get rid of the rest of them.
Also, there's the gray ones, which you need to remove by having them be touched by the one in the combo you're doing.
Long story.
Provided. Oh no, Mikey doll!
Oh, you're in trouble.
Yes, I am.
Try this.
How about
this?
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. I did a thing that did another thing, and I got a live thing over here. It's only now that they're sorry.
Could you not? What? Oh, that's a combo. Hey!
Combo breaker.
Why did you do that? Don't send me shit.
Well, isn't that how I win the game?
That is how you win the game. But don't send that. I'm trying to teach you a nice.
You do that?
Yeah, I know what I said. Uh-oh. Hey! There you go. Now you're getting the hang of it.
Ooh. Ooh.
What?
Nani?
Okay, that's a lot thicker than I thought. 3.
Okay. Boy, what's the best way to do it? This one. Give me these, and then I can slide this over here. If I move this out of the way.
By the way, if you see them shaking, that means you're in trouble.
Yeah, first they shake, then they squash down, and then poof. You have a face.
Yeah. Oh.
I lost, didn't I?
Not yet. It's not over till that fully goes there.
Ah, dang it. God, son. At least I lasted a lot longer.
Because it was slow level. I couldn't focus on kicking your butt. I was more helping you out.
Yeah.
Straight off with an attack. Hey!
I saw the thing and I was like, oh man, I gotta go for it.
Oh no, you're doing the right thing. It's always best to look at what options you've got. But the problem is, it's easier on the lower levels because you're not focusing as much on what's about to come your way.
Oh yeah.
Ike!
Oh boy, I see what's coming my way. Oh! Now that I actually took a look at the top.
Yeah, so how it works is if you get pure numbered combos, it does thicker amounts. If you do more as one shot, like for example, if you do say like this, a 4, it's just smaller blocks. But a times combo does more in one block.
You mean like that?
Yeah, exactly like that. Hey!
so the more combos, the bigger the block.
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay.
More combo equal thick. What? Equal thick garbage.
Oh. Hey! Whoa! Oh, okay. That's a thick combo.
What's up, big boy?
Take this. How do I want to do this?
It's extra thick.
Oh.
Extra thick.
That's actually that's looking dangerous. That's looking actually dangerous.
Oh no! Whoa!
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Jesus!
Oh no!
What's this about Card Jesus?
What?
What?
I heard something about Card Jesus and I got really confused.
Card Jesus!
I had a combo in my head and I just lost it. Damn it!
Hey, Brownie! What do the blocks with exclamation points do?
Those are what's known as those are a special form of garbage block. Basically, the idea is if you place them on top of where all the stack is, by the way, it means it's harder to get rid of.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Pretty much the garbage won't get.
There.
Yeah, because for the normal garbage, once you do when you put 3 together, well, 3 or more together, that means that's where you're going to be able to remove it. But if you put the gray one, that one won't be removed until you put the actual garbage.
The short version I can put it is, did you see on Theon's side, he had like a load of my rubbish blocks and then there was the big long grey one? It means if he connected his blocks together, he would have got... If he connected all of his blocks while all those were together, it would have cleared all of his smaller ones together, but the thick metal one, he'd have to connect when that was in a range. In other words, if you have them in different layers, it's harder to get rid of them all, and you're in trouble.
What's the great one? It's the blocker.
What are you looking for?
Questioning.
Is that you loaded Dream Course? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I did.
What?
Confession, I've never played this.
Oh, cool. So we're both sucking. We both suck at this one.
Why not? I might as well try one of this, and then we'll stop it from here. Mainly because I have to worry about. No wait, I know how to play. If that's anything to go on.
Yeah.
And boosh! Oh,
Boink.
it's adorable. Gave up on the shiny hunt? No, we got it, Nick.
That's the other one I just typed in. I just said, no, we got the shiny.
Yeah, I'll have to bring up the highlight at some point.
Oops. I didn't realize I was supposed to hit the A button again.
Nice shot, dickwad. Uh-oh.
Boy.
Boy.
Kirby. Off-bound.
Oh. Fire!
Fire!
That didn't do as much as I hoped. Hi, Hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I officially gave you that one.
Maybe. There we go.
Ew, I gave you that one. Whoops! That was not a hole-in-one. Oh, jeez.
That was.
Hey, well, I could split this up, or if anything, this is an idea for a stream for later.
I think. What button was it to do
The love shot up. Press up on the analog if you're doing that.
Okay.
It's amazing how I figured that out before you, and you played this.
I didn't play a whole lot of this. What is this one? Hold on.
Lob?
Oh, this is the butter.
Oh.
Off-bound.
Out of bound! Way out of bound!
Let's see. This one. I want to do a little bit of that.
No, I'm honestly surprised you didn't go Puyo Puyo at this point.
Puyo!
Yeah, Puyo Pop is on this.
That's right. I actually give actually gave Puyo Puyo 2, but it didn't went with the American version that got.
Oh, what?
Oh, you hit Wispy Woods.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a boundary I had to lob. Yeah, we got, well, we did get some Puyo, but then they renamed it as Tetris Attack.
Oh, yes.
Aha!
No, that was Kirby's Avalanche.
Oh yeah, that was the other version.
Yeah, because, the final opponent was Tetris Attack, and Puyo Puyo, for the Super Nintendo, the one that they got for Super Nintendo was renamed, Kirby's Avalanche, and the one for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive was, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Does this mean I get to run away with this?
No!
No, no, it doesn't. It means I go right over the hole.
Fire! No!
Oh! Shit.
Damn.
Okay, I'm on putter.
I dislike everything about golf.
I tried to do golf back in middle school, but I sucked.
Funny enough, I never liked golf. Never!
Well, for me, when it comes to golf, I've been the one I played the most was mostly golf with a center at Plumber.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Mario Golf.
Yeah, and fun fact, I actually owned the N64 and Game Boy Color version of Mario Golf.
I want to go over there.
Also, my cat is with me now.
Hi, pussycat. Sploosh.
Wow!
Kaboom! Kaboom!
Have you seen that they've actually found a way for speedrunners to actually do that minigame consistently? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What did you do?
I didn't realize that if you didn't fire the shot instantly, it automatically stopped your shot and you just did a tiny putt.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that either when I did that my first time.
And now your Kirby is gonna. Now your Kirby. Yeah, now your Kirby is hungry.
Oh, health.
Pretty much you're hungry for a turn, and then you're gonna be good to go.
Oh, so he's only out in this turn then.
Yep, you're hungry for one turn.
Can we not do a Puyo Pop instead?
Ah, come on, missed!
I wouldn't mind some Puyo.
You want to do Puyo Pop?
I wouldn't mind doing Puyo, because I'm not gonna say I'm great at it, but I'm pretty good.
Oh, there's the health.
You gain 3.
And I'm back at the...
Yeah, but you gain health when you get back up, and each time you hit an enemy, you get a maximum tomatoes to regain health.
Bush.
Also, if you hit a star from your opponent, you can actually steal it.
Oh. Interesting. I'm going to try.
So, for example, if Chris were to hit a pink star, it would turn to yellow and give it to him.
Fire!
And vice versa.
Hey, oh!
You can skid across the water? You can skid across the water! Oh, man!
And also, on some course, you can actually, some of the enemies can actually give power up for Kirby.
Ooh, did I do it?
No.
Did I do it right? No! Oh no!
I'll found.
Sure, you went right through the smallest bloody gap.
Yep. Yeah. And I would pretty much give Chris the victory if he can aim in the hole.
Bush.
Oh no! But I'm gonna be asleep this turn anyway.
So the question is, do I go for a turn to steal your stars, or do I just go for the shot?
Well, right now you're winning anyway, so because you have 4, it's 4-2. So if you want,
I'll go for it.
There you go.
In the hole.
I'm still 3 points behind.
It was because I got into that one area, like, just by myself and got everything in there.
I still can't believe you got through the smallest bloody gap.
I can't believe it either. Yeah,
talk about being unlucky.
Oh, thank you.
There he goes. Because I see one of the enemy that would give tornado.
And there's also some weird stupid thing that's got a question mark on it.
That one give a random power up.
Oh, that hills and trees.
I was trying to bounce off it on a diagonal.
Okay, I want to try this. Ooh, can't do it that way. Ooh, but I want to try that.
What are you doing?
Something I'm probably gonna regret. Oh, that was close. Oh, hey, that worked out for me.
You stole my star.
I didn't even mean to.
You stole my star. Must avenge. Must avenge. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Push!
Also, something with my cat. His birthday was on July 4th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm hoping nothing bad. Push. Oh.
Oh, so close! So close! But now I'm in the middle of all these hills.
Take your pick. Hello, Bronto Bert. Oh, I got. Oh, okay. I'm still alive. Okay, I'm going to take this a little easier this time. I think.
This is your last shot before your hunger strikes.
Oh, ability! I got tornado!
Tornado, it looks like.
I got tornado from the random.
I want to be a Beyblade.
Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel. I made it out of Kirby. Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel.
How do we use power-ups? How do we use these power-ups?
Good question. Alex?
Alex?
Oh, he's on moot.
Alex!
There we go. Make the hole.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Okay, B, 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 B,
It's B, it's B, it's B, it's B. Okay, it's B.
No.
Oh, that was close. Okay.
However, that worked out fine because now you're further from the hole than it needs to be. No! No!
I did it! Oh my god, I was trying to use the tornado to get extra distance. I didn't think it hit you. Wait, I still have tornado?
I guess so? Okay, now more. Oh, dang it!
Oh!
Dang it!
Okay, I kinda need the food. I didn't hit it hard enough.
Oh. Oh, for
oh, jeez, okay. At this point...
one turn left yourself. No!
Did I do it?
You did, but I stole your power-up.
Oh, dang it.
Come
At least I got 2
Come
strokes.
back here! I need that score!
Oh. We're only halfway through the course.
Oh, goody.
I was like, what? Why? Yeah, why? Okay. What the hell is that?
That's something I think a lob shot needs.
Probably.
Thank you.
Boing! Wee! Oh. Oh. Oh, so close.
Push. My turn. Except I don't have much health left. You went that way, so I'll go this way.
Oh, you got it.
Oh!
Okay, yeah, that was an enemy.
Your turn! Oh!
Wait, what?
Is that good or bad?
Oh! Oh, you gave me your stars!
Oh!
Oh man, but I'm gonna be asleep this turn.
Bull. That means in order to get it into the hole, I have to give you the... Oh wait, no I don't.
Oh, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then... Yeah, oh, no. Yeah, now everything's switched.
No!
You went too far. Oh! And everything swapped back!
Well, that didn't work. Oh, shit.
I'm away!
What did I miss?
You missed
Brownie
quite a bit.
We figured out how to use power-ups as Kirby. Ooh, that was close. That was very close.
No! I did that!
I'm guessing you guys know that you can actually steal that power up.
Yeah, I stole his turbine.
Yeah, we figured,
No, Theon,
we figured that out.
this was my win! No!
I got it.
It's like, nope.
Curse you, Mr. Bright. Skin me alive and call me a latte.
Mr.
Oh shit, I've got food being delivered here in 2 minutes. If you want to just stop here, that's
Yeah,
fine.
if we could, please.
Okay, we're done.
Thank you. Because I don't want to I don't want to. Dean's in control.
Yeah, I'm in control. I'm leaving the online session, don't worry.
This is a things to come for Dokapon, isn't it?
Probably.
Can't wait for that!
For a Dokapon, are we gonna play the Wii version or
We're
the
playing the
PS2?
Wii version as a ROM, don't worry. If anything else, Thean can hook you up, because I sort of need to settle down because my mum and that are going to be heading to bed shortly. So I'm going to shut things off. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we got our shiny!
Yeah!
I'm so happy! And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, after 201...
So happy.
Yes, thank you, Capri Sun.
I stick around to the ending, but my food is here. I gotta get going. Yeah!
With that said, thank you to all our guests who turned up, to everyone who stuck around for a while. Join us tomorrow for D&D. And with that said, Doggo is on mute, so I don't think we'll get a goodbye from him. No, we're not. But so in which case, Alex, I guess you get the goodbye.
For the love of I thought I had myself on unmute. I already gave my goodbye. I was like, just for heck's sake.
You're on mute.
Go ahead, give your goodbyes, ladies and gentlemen. So goodbye from Doggo.
See you around, everyone.
Goodbye from Alex.
There, people.
With that said, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers signing off on Let's Play Live Shiny Hunting. Stay charged and catch you all later. Goodbye. I got one. Yes.
Congrats, buddy.